welcome. If you are new, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your constant love and support, for your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. And donations for all your lovely words and comments. My name is Sophia, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. I am a psychic, intuitive, medium channeler. So, yes, I see and speak to dead people and spirits, ancient deities, archangels, the Galactic Federation, lots of different beings. And most of them are here to help us, to assist us in our evolution. So, we thank thee. So, let's start off with a prayer. Dear universe, source creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, ancient deities, ascended masters, archangels, animals, elementals, galactic federation of love, light, and all of the other high frequency, high vibrational beings that are here to guide and assist us in this collective consciousness rising and the awakening, the reawakening of humanity, the entryway to the golden era, right? The age of Aquarius. Here we are, guys. So here we are talking about the full moon. Let me see if you guys can hear me. One moment, please. One moment, please. Okay. I literally have to do this because they like to be blocking and hacking and smacking and doing dumb things. So I literally have to do this to make sure you guys are all here and you can hear me. So let's tap into this energy. What are full moons about? Why does it matter? Full moons are culmination points. They are completion points. They are a lunar phase or a lunar cycle when something has come to completion or culmination. What does this mean to us? Now it depends on what sign the full moon is under. So right now it happens to be in Libra. How does Libra fall in the tarot? How does Libra fall in astrology? As the scales, as the balance, right? And so what we're working on is balancing these scales, and it's on a karmic level, like on a, I mean, like on a karmic galactic justice sort of level, right? Not just normal justice. It's like we're restarting everything over. So in the tarot, there's the guardians, right? They're the rulers. And the guardians are the the Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. And they are the fixed signs, the fixed energies. Why are they the guardians? Because they're fixed, because their energies are fixed. It's um, like changing of the guard, essentially, right? So it's kind of like this changing of a guard situation where it's like um, I saw this cute little French movie about it where there was like this old the person who was in charge of the moon and the person that was in charge of the sun. And there was like a changing of the guard and something happened. And this one kid that was just like accident prone ended up getting it, but he ended up actually being a better candidate or something for a while because the way he wasn't moving out of I earned this position. It was like, no, we have to do this because it's right. Like this is the way that it has to be done. And so the inner integrity is what came out to shine more. And so that's kind of the idea of what's going on in this full moon is your inner integrity for yourself, for your own personal relationships, whether that's the relationship with what you eat, whether it's an interpersonal relationship, an intimate relationship, whether it's a relationship with how you work, with Um, maybe your social media, maybe other people. It can be friends. It can be anything, right? It's how you are personally internalizing what you are allowing to continue. Okay. So in this changing of the guards, it's like now we're in Aquarius, now we're in this new, now in this age of Aquarius, everything is coming back up. So we're actually starting in Libra. So this is actually the new year, right? This is actually the new season, the new thing. And so what we're, because people are really hating. So what we're seeing or what we're experiencing, hold on, guys, isn't the same. We're going to see a lot of things, a lot of situations changing that need to change. Let's say it like that. Okay. I want to see how far back the lag is. Okay. So we're going to see a lot of things changing that need to change, like the old, like the changing of the guard, right? Like the changing of the guard. It's literally what it is. It's like the fixed energy has been there for long enough, and now things have to change. It's like certain things, like even in religion and other things like this, it's like we can only follow things as far as they're bringing us forward progression. Once they stop to bring us this forward progression, then we kind of have to stop to entertain them to a certain extent. We have to say, okay, here's all the holes, and here's the places where we can fix everything, and here's where we can kind of change everything, right? And that, that, my friends, is the ultimate. And that this is the karmatic justice that is coming into play right now, right? Because it's the divine scales, right? It's like the Anubis energy is like the singularity, right? It's like the individual, right? It's you are universe, we're all connected. You are universe experiencing yourself, but you're here to learn specific karmatic lessons. You're here to fulfill specific karmatic lessons. That is your each person's individual um, mission, individual journey, right? Everyone is on their own journey. You're on your own, but you're not alone. So you have your own journey to fulfill, but, or however, each person has different karma, different um, different lessons, different people, different experiences that they came to actually experience. And so, because everybody's on their own journey, experiencing their own karma, they may have gotten a lot farther than some people. You may be like, how come nothing bad ever happens to this person and they're always fucking people over? You know that? That is going to come into play, like right about now. Right about now. So that's what's coming into play right now. So this is like divine karmic justice on a much higher level, right? And so because we're operating on this higher level, because it's like the guardians, we're changing or rearranging, let's say, the stipulations of the contracts, the rules, the things like this, right? Mercury is now direct. Eclipse season is now over. We're now at Aries. It's now time to start spring. If anything was planted, like in the winter, like a lotus or something, it's now come up through the mud. It's now sitting on top of the water. It's getting ready to bloom, right? It just needs a certain amount of gestation time to feel good. And then boom, one morning it's just gonna boom, pop open, you know? And like right in some people's faces. Now, this can be, I'm picking up on a very interesting, this could be some heavy karmatic justice coming in for certain people. Okay. This could be like, boom, like, oh, like it bursts right in your face. Like you may, something may be coming by surprise. Let's get some cards and see what's going on over here. Let's get First, let's get some oracle cards. Let's see. For some of you guys, yeah, I am seeing the, not just the justice, but I'm also seeing the Hierophant. So this is higher level of justice. This is different things like this. This could also be changes. Like we could also just reach this point, right? This full moon is the same energy as like past revolutions and stuff like this. Like we haven't seen something come into play. Yeah, it's like the to be fair is in reverse, which means to me is it hasn't been fair. It hasn't been fair. And now to be like, well, we want to play fair because we don't want to be those guys. It's like, no, we're gonna play fair like for humanity, right? For the tribe, for the future, for the children, this one's for the kids, you know? And we're gonna do whatever work that takes. And we're coming to this very interesting fork in the road where we no longer have the availability to just be the observers. We can't just be the observers anymore. Now we actually have to choose the path that we want to work towards, that we want to work for. Many people are saying, okay, this hasn't been fair. The government has not been fair. This isn't really working out. Maybe we're going to smaller, back to basics, more tribal lifestyle, okay, where we figure out how to delegate more responsibilities, um, how to give and receive different skills to like this is more I'm picking up more barter, more trade, yeah, because we're sick of this story. We're sick of this story. We're sick of going by the book. Um, and it's time, yeah, to a change in the wind. So it's time, like what was black before is now white. What was white is black, or maybe there is a gray area that we didn't realize actually existed. And there's a change in the wind. See the wind main up there? There's a change in the wind. Now it's time for some of these leaders and other people to take a nap. Okay, it can be also be there can be a lot of ascension symptoms. So in order to hello everybody, um, so everybody can maybe rest more, right? Rest if you must, but just don't quit. And the reality is as we're upgrading, right? As we're becoming more in this honesty, in this truth, in this communal, in this tribe-based one for all and all for one, not 1% and all works for the one. No, a little bit different. It's like we're working in a different structure. And so if you need to rest, you need to also honor that sometimes our bodies and our new system and our new upgrades and things like this, like we don't need to overwork ourselves. This is an old truth. The truth is coming out, right? Truth be told. This is an old truth that is no longer of service to us, right? It's exhausting ourselves, exhausting this, fighting other systems, things like this. It doesn't really work. People want to talk about, I've been saying this for 15, 20 years, and people want to talk about, yeah, well, you want to change everything, you want to overthrow it. No, 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 I do not. No, I want to create all new systems, back to basics, all new systems. All the planets are in perfect alignment for it. Yeah, the timing is perfect. TikTok. The timing, like we're right, like astrologically speaking, we're right at this place where we can create this world peace or we can go into this World War III. And we really get to choose right now. And, I don't choose sides. I choose humanity. I choose love. My religion is love, right? Politics of life, bro. This is life. This is human life. There's no difference where anyone is or came from or located. They all came from the vagina. They all came from the mother. We're all here on Mother Earth. We're all, like on this Mother Ocean planet, and we can all be happy together. We can all partake in these blessings. We can all figure out how to, instead of going around in circles, fighting over everything, how to turn around in a different sense, how to turn things around. Like, I'll turn this ship around, like, but for real, right? Like, that's what happened. That's what's been happening. And we're between these two different worlds where now these people that were supposed to be terrible and wanting to kill people are the ones that are sending aid to the places where they're actually killing people, right? Like, I'm looking at it like, okay, bro, like, We don't need to kill people. We don't need to kill people in Palestine. We don't need to kill people in Israel. We don't need to kill people in fucking Cuba. We don't need to kill people. There's so much problems going on because egos, because it's so imbalanced, because there's an ego. And so we can't really mend that. What we can do is create something new together. And like, this is something I ask people, right? Have everybody think about what type of things they would want in a different system, not based on the structures and the systems that we have, not based on all of that. What do you want? What is important in education? What is important in food? What is important? Like, I just saw some guy post today about there was like a law passed where they stopped being able to manipulate spraying the atmosphere, putting the toxicity, the toxins in the atmosphere and doing the chemtrails. Like, they have to stay. Now they're saying it's a problem. Now they're saying the vaccines are a crime against humanity. Like, people are waking up and being like, wait a second, we're just doing what we're told because we're told to do that. Like, wait, is there any real, like, like, I'm seeing stuff, and like, I'm not going to get super political on you guys because I'm not political. I'm very spiritual, but I have to be real because this is a spiritual warfare, because we're attempting to level up. We're attempting to we are coming to the edge. We're at this edge and we're attempting to level up into this 5D, 4D, 5D consciousness, which means this is a collective problem, the macro and the micro. Okay. The internal problem that we possess is the systematic programming, right, that the cultural program has put upon us. And so, because of that, we, we believe and programmed to believe or to jump on certain sides or to do whatever. And that's why I ask people, come back to your heart space. In your heart, what do you believe? Do you believe that children should be children or women should be molested or trafficked? No, it doesn't matter where they're from. It doesn't matter where they're from, right? It doesn't matter. Do you believe that people should be killed? Do you believe people should go to war to try to gain over resources? No. What are your actual beliefs? To be happy, to enjoy life, to have your friends, to have your family, to be fed, and to have shelter. Everybody, I'm pretty sure all humans, look, it gives me goosebumps, you guys. All humans want the same thing. They want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to be accepted. But the thing is we've taught society that we have to not to be here and now. We've taught society that actually you have to present yourself, okay, as your future self or as your past self, that you're not, you can't be this new self. And the reality is every day you wake up, you can be a new person. You can say, wow, thank you. I have a new day to try things new, to start over, to do something different. And we can collectively just decide to fucking do that. We can just collectively decide to do that and be like, you know what, actually, you know what, we're not gonna go and fight this war because actually we don't want to kill people because we don't even know why we're killing people. Like, because the issue is people, they did the same thing in 2020 before they vaxxed everybody, right? When, and I'm just not gonna go deep into this, but I'm just gonna be real with you guys. Uh, so when the files came out, when Epstein files came out, in the end of 2019 or something like this, and all the shit went down, and then they got hidden, what happened? All this other stuff. They were all of a sudden killing somebody, killing the kid, and doing all this other stuff came in the news. It became the bigger publicity. All these fights and these hate crimes, these heinous acts against different sides, right? Trying to keep people put on different sides, right? And so in that process, um, what happened is they're just pitting each other against each other so they don't see the real problem. And this is like the actual level and the programming, the manipulative pro- programming of the system, of the cultural program. Okay, well, I have to point the finger because you're red or you're blue or you're on this side of that country or this side of that country. And the reality is that's just to keep us distracted, right? So what's the problem? So all these people don't want for us to regenerate, right? They don't want this regeneration to come into play. They don't want us to be happy. They don't want us to be in love. They don't want us to come together, because when we come together in a state of heart to bring coherence, when we come together in a state of love, one person vibrating at the frequency of love can reach, it's like 700 can affect, that can effectively affect 700 people, 700 people surrounding them. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's why they want to keep fear. That's why they want to keep hate. That's why they want to divide and conquer. Okay. So the reality of the situation is even though I'm having a little laugh about it, which I shouldn't, right? It should be unpatriotic, but like, I haven't lived in America in nearly 7 years. I left before, I left in 1919 because as a psychic intuitive, I knew something was coming and I was trying to get out of there for an extended amount of time. And then before I was going to sail, they beached my boat. And so yeah, and so anyways, in the beginning of 2019, I ended up leaving and starting to travel to figure out where I could find, connect with like-minded people or build these communities, these more off-grid communities, these sanctuaries, um, and just come back to basics and these healing centers, right, for people where we could bring different people in that do different things and everybody can work as a little village, as a little community, and kind of skill trade and build things and create things together, and that we can have multiple of them in different places so we can keep traveling. Because here's the thing, we can't fight these fucked up systems. Why do I have to tell you why? Because they control everything. So the only way we fight fight the power, the only way where we can be the warrior, take this warrior, light warrior stance, is in creating a new system, in creating new systems, right? And so in creating these new systems, right? Welcome to the new era. That's why I say KNEW, right? Because it's not just brand new. It's what we're remembering. We're just going back to basics a little bit. We are making ourselves less necessary for all these things that they've continued to program us for. So as we become less reliant upon the systems that they have in play, less reliant upon the governments and things like this, we are just making it easier for us, right? We're making it easier to come together collectively. This isn't, because we're in the age of Aquarius, it's not going to be accomplished. We're not going to do it individually. Now, a lot of the light warriors, the chosens, the star seeds, the indigos, a lot of us, I do know, if you're not in a communal system right now, you will be going to one soon. Okay. You are waiting for something. We are waiting for something, or your community is still coming into play and you need to hold that light and figure out in this new life what you have to offer, right? What are your treasures? What are your skill sets? What do you have to share? And everybody's skill set or treasure, whatever, everybody's skill is different. You know, everybody's skill is different. But we need to just, excuse me, be in that state, because if we create something that is not that is not needy of the external system, then we can just stop using the external system. We don't have to worry about taking over. We just start a different one that doesn't have flaws, that has a beautiful, nice foundation that we made sure is structurally sound. And we put something in better people, better situations into play, right? We can actually vote people in, like take it down a notch. We need to think big on a global scale, but also into smaller portions. Okay. Because this is what's going to happen and they're going to kick and scream. And that's what's happening now, right? Is they're creating this, all of a sudden, this war. They're about to create World War III instead of taking out the fucking satanic baby eating pedos, right? And all of the people, the so many people in the government, they're like, oh, okay, no. I like talk to some of my friends. I share them like a funny video or something, right? And they're like, yeah, this is how we make America great again. And I'm like, wow, people are really that brainwashed. People are really stuck in the matrix that much that they can't see that even like Iran is like, hey, America, do you guys want us to just like take out these people for you or what? Like Poland is asking to investigate the files further to make sure, because there's so many people globally that were victims, that were abused, that now Poland, and I'm sure other countries are about to follow, are going through everything to see the nationalizations of all of the people that were there to bring justice or to make sure that they weren't taking part. Other countries have removed people, they've imprisoned people. And you're going to tell me? Like, no, no, there's nothing that can distract me, an actual human, an organic intelligence, that killing other humans and letting people that, that rape and murder and eat children, all that shit, keep running and having the power and paying them to do that and working as their slaves. Like, you're not going to convince me that that is the way. You're either on the right side of history or the wrong side of history. And I don't mean right or left. I mean, either you care more about money and your physical ownings, your physical property, or you care about fucking life and human beings living. Either you support pedophiles or you support humans and children and women, because those are the two sides. Safety for women and children, satanic baby eating pedos. It's not about Republican, Democrat. It's not. Where are we going, people? Who do we want being the leaders? Who is making the internet? Who is making the AI? Who is creating the propaganda? Who is controlling the media? Who is poisoning the food, the air, the water, the sea? Like, we could just remove them, but we keep paying for them somehow. Why? Why is everybody not asking themselves why? Why are they just like, yeah, why is it now the Jews against the Muslims? Like, that has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to fucking do with it. Israel is this small. It has no fucking resources other than money that we keep giving it for wars on the behalf of it being a religious need. Like, it's fucking crazy, you guys. What are we doing? The whole rest of the world is like, just take out the pedophiles and we don't have to have a war. Like, that's all we have to do. Like, stop letting these people kill our people and stop letting them eat babies and fuck women and children and like rape and whatever. And we don't have to have a war. Nobody needs to die anymore. Everybody can be discharged. You can stop fucking sending all the people out here with all your bases and all this shit. And you can worry about your own things like health insurance, homelessness, and all the other things that America needs to actually really be worrying about. And we can have world peace, bro. It's literally that simple. I know it sounds weird, but in the process, the system, this justice, we're between these two worlds and we can't be there. We either choose this, it's like the Wizard of Oz. We either choose this black and white, this gray, where we're in the middle of the tornado, or we're stepping into Technicolor and we realize there's a man behind the curtain and we're going to call him out. But you know what? We did build the land is pretty beautiful. So we're going to continue here. We're just going to remove the bullshit. Don't look here. Don't mind. And build from there. Or we're going to stay in this constant state of separation, of fear, of struggle, of survival. Quick, 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 because you can't think. You can't get in tune. Your nervous system can't regulate when you're in this state. When you're in this state, you're like, oh, 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 wait, the universe wants to give me this. The universe wants to bring these people into my life. Oh, wait, the universe wants to provide me food. Oh, wait, what do you mean? Someone sent me some tea or some flowers or some cake. Like, what? It's like, yeah, we want to welcome you. Here's some flower, like, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stepping out of the matrix. And we have the capacity to be on that timeline We're between these two worlds. Okay? Do you want to stay in the 3D or you want to move up to the 5D? I want to go to Technicolor, guys. Like, I want to go to Technicolor. I want to go to Technicolor. I don't know about you, but I'm done. I'm done in the state of where they're just energy harvesting and doing all this bullshit. Yeah, it's time to go. Okay, it's time to go. See this energy of 9? This is a completion. We are completing out this cycle. We're like, you know what? We don't need to do this anymore. We're moving on. We're totally moving on from here. And we're trusting in this higher power because obviously the higher power, the governments or whoever else has been in charge, isn't doing so well. That's why I tell everybody we'll move to matriarchy, not because we can't go to other systems, because we need to balance, because there's been an imbalance, like in the yin and the yang of the planet, of the feminine and the masculine for an extended amount of time, because patriarchy has systematically denied, systematically controlled, systematically repressed, attacked, and all of this. So, yes, it's not every man's problem now, but it is because you incarnated here to heal the ancestral karma or trauma. So it is actually your responsibility to do your inner work and to do your shadow work and to do all of that, right? That is that is your that is your job. And when you trust in this higher power and you start singing, okay, for some of you guys, singing our own frequency, our own voice is a resonant sound that can heal us. But when you start seeing all the signs and the synchronicities and all of this, right? When you start seeing this and you start imagining, now you start feeling it. Now you're like, oh yeah. Like I was talking yesterday to people and they're like, how can we better embody? How can we better manifest? And I'm just like, imagine when there's like that good food or that good bread or that good fucking cake or whatever, and you can like you can smell it, right? And you can taste it and you can salivate it. Like imagine what this new era is going to feel like. Imagine what 5D is going to feel like because we're moving forward and all the lower vibrational demonic entities, like as we level up to fourth density, right? We start being able to work with telekinesis. We start being able. So if people are lying, if people are hiding, if people are cheating, if you're not being authentic, if you're not being honest, if you're not being upfront, if you're not being transparent and direct and clear with yourself and with others. And that's really what this moon is asking you. Be clear with yourself. If you don't like the relationship you have to food, then fucking change it. If you don't like the relationship you have with somebody else, then change it, including the relationship you have with yourself. Like, how do I place myself? What position or place do I place myself in? What's more important? Now, I know many people have families and, of course, children and other things, right? Like, I can only imagine. I have a cat. That's my kid. She's gonna come here and ask for something now, right? And like, I can only imagine. But aside from that, how do you place what is important? So this isn't just about the balance or the fairness on a cosmic. It's the macro and the micro. Okay, so it's the smaller and it's the internal and the external. Let's look at it like that. So what we are imagining, so even though there's all of this stuff, right? Even though there's all of this stuff going on around us, like we can choose how we're responding, how we're receiving it. We can say, okay, all of that shit is sick and gross. Now we can't just there was this girl talking about it this morning. I was on my friend's radio show or tuning into my friend's radio show, and this girl was like, you can just positive visualize the positive right out of it. Um, that's not spiritual bypassing. Okay, I have to speak up on this because they're telling me. Now, you can imagine something good, but you can't just unimagine shitty things that are happening in front of you or to people that you know. So hold space, be nurturing, be in this Kuan Yin energy, right? Be in this receiving compassionate energy to understand that your life is fucked up, your life is fucked up, my life, like we all have our own shit that's going on. Everybody's struggling with their own battle, whether it's physical, emotional, family, spiritual, mental, it doesn't matter. Everybody has their own battle. Everybody's fighting something that we don't see because they keep this image, because we've been taught to keep this exterior image. Now imagine if we didn't have to always put on the mask. Imagine if we could just imagine all the people living for today. Ooh. You guys, it's like, what do we want to imagine? Do we want to imagine that there's fear, that there's separation? Like, no, I want to, like, one world, one peace. Like I said, my religion is love. Like, I can't say that I believe in a higher source or a divine or in a state of divine union or love if I say, oh, it's cool that these people can kill these people. And while America's trying to make America great again, they're fucking draining, they're cutting off Cuba. They're not giving resources. Babies and old people are dying in hospital. They have no fucking power grid for extended amount of time. And we have all these other hater countries that are actually sending and paying for the aid to go in, while America is paying more in bombs and he still plans to go for another month. Like, if he's not removed, like, they're gonna start bombing America. And this isn't gonna be like a terrorism attack, because they're literally trying to target these fucking tyrants. They are the terrorists. They are the terrorists. And all because they don't want this, they want their own new world order to go into, they don't want us to have this new happy life. They don't want to be flexible to help us out. They don't want to do that. That's not what they want. That's not their intention. What are people's intentions as we rise into these higher levels of consciousness? Again, you're not going to have people that are lying. You're not going to have people that are making shit up. Why? Because you won't be able to. You'll be able to feel. So when they say, if you hurt me, you're only hurting yourself, it's because you will only, it's like when you hurt somebody else, then you can feel it, because your feelings, because your energy, because your emotion, because everything else you're able to feel, you're able to sense. You have higher levels of senses. So to hurt somebody else would literally be to be hurting. So to be jealous, to be envious, to be anything else to anybody else, this type of energy isn't going to go. I don't, nothing is a competition for me, because I want everybody to win. Unless you're a bad fucking evil person, then, like, I don't know, go fuck off and, hurt yourself. Right? But, like, yeah, for many of you guys, um, you may be starting completely new tribes, new partnership also. Okay. Before, there may have not been, you may have not found the right tribe, the right people. You may have also felt like nobody really has a loyal heart. Like, people just like to lie or do all this other things. Right. But for many of you guys, there is actually soulmates coming in. I see. Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm far away to read the messages in the bottle. So when I'm done to channel, I can come back and see what you guys have to say. Hopefully you're being nice in the chat to each other. Only positive vibrations. And I only answer questions if they're for the collective, if the guides, the fates say so. So for many of you guys, you're about to get blessed, okay? Remain poised. Stay in this position. Maintain your position. Don't fight. Don't react, okay? Be in a state to respond. Okay, for many of you guys, let's look at what this is. We have the soulmates, the message, and the fates. Let's see what you guys have here. Oh, you guys have so many messages. I don't know how. Hello, don't spam. Hello, woman. Thank you. Smoochy boochies. If you want personal relationship reads or something like that, you gotta email me. Unless we're doing like a love read, I only really pull cards and answer if it's, again, if the fates say so. If they feel like the collective needs to hear. Um, People, places, things, we cannot change it. You can do jumping jacks. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh, you guys are just posting a bunch of stuff. Okay. Does anybody actually have any questions? It's true, that's simple. Exactly. Spanking babies on pizza is grotesque and absolute abomination. Yeah, exactly, right? 5D, 8D. Yeah, of course. That's where we want to go, right? And calm down. The leader of the collective. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Seems like some people get wealthy and morph into animalistic, cannibalistic abominations. They feed off of energy, you guys. They feed off of energy. I talked about this a lot in my live yesterday that's called Lions, Witches, and Warlocks. And yeah, there's a few ways that they actually, what do you call it? There's several ways, but they're basically, they feed off of energy. So some of them feed off of chaos, some of them feed off of love, some of them energy or aura harvest. Some people try to destiny swap or take other people's whatever. And some can be successful at it for a while, but this is where we're coming into this point, right? Where Libra is now here and we're now at Aries and we're now at the Aquarian. So it's like the karmatic justice scales are coming out this year. And so because we start these cycles, and from the full moon, we're having a full moon that's in Libra, right? Then when we come back to the new moon that's actually in the sun sign of Libra, which will be in October or something like this, right? um, in this 6 month period is where we will start to see all of this justice and this retribution come about. So not just because today is the first day, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like everything's not going to happen right now. Um, Divine intervention is definitely needed across the world. Archangel Michael, we call you. Yeah, please step in. Cut the corruption. He is doing it. Um, he is here. And so this is part of the thing. This is what I was talking about yesterday too, and or the day before, is teaching people kind of how to call in, right? How to create these prayers, how to call in their different angels, their different ancestors for protection. I call in Archangel Michael quite a bit. I called him in like yesterday or the day before. Oh yeah, yesterday. Because these people just kept cutting off my feed, right? And they're doing it now. It's like they never have anything to do. And then when I do lives, they sit outside my door and they have to make like a video call or do whatever to try to fuck up my signal. But the reality of the situation is I called on Archangel Michael, and then there was just like this fucking torrential downpour storm, right? And then when I was gonna come on this morning, after my friend's radio show, again, I saw his shoes outside of her door and they're fucking. I was like, "Ugh, I don't want to hear this in my feed." You know what I'm saying? So, and it's funny because it's like she sits here and talks to her husband like she loves him. But she's like living in this other place, fucking this other guy. Like, this isn't going to last anymore. This type of behavior, like, this isn't going to last anymore. Like, we need to be honest. If you don't like the person that you're with, figure out how you can either co-live and do whatever, or figure out how you can separate and still raise your children, or still have your house, or still do whatever, whatever you got to do, and figure it out. Are you making someone's healing slower because they're in your life? So when we try to go in and we try to fix somebody's karma for them, this is how I got stuck for almost 5 years, but 2 years living with somebody, because you felt bad because you wanted to help them. And so what happens is this is how people try to destiny swap is they actually take your good karma, all your good work that you put in, and they kind of start to suck the energy or the life out of you because you've offered to um, assist them in fixing their karma, but it's their karma. That's why I told you guys before is you're on your own, but you're not alone. So we may find other people that we get to move through life with and do different things, right? The situation though is like we can't interfere. So we know when there is certain people that we have the ability to help, right? There is certain like really dramatic life exchanges. And sometimes they're people that we just met on the street or at a bus station or on some train or whatever, like when you're traveling and like someone and just ends up being your savior or ends up really telling you something profound or ends up changing the direction, whatever. So we do have some people like that that help kind of push us in the direction of our to fill our karma or our lessons. And there is other people that because we have close connection to them, we're actually fucking with our karma and their karma because we're trying to fix them or help them or we're trying to heal them or we're like, oh, da, 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 if someone does not ask you, and even if somebody does ask you, like, let me just be real with you guys right now. If somebody does, I like, please, I need your help. And just be like, okay, well, how are you helping yourself? Because I can't help you if you're not willing to help yourself. Number one, how are you helping yourself? What is your plan to help yourself? And then if they are doing it or they make motion towards it, you can reassess. But, or however, there is a real problem because each person should say, I'm experiencing this, I'm working through this, I'm healing through this, I'm going through my shadow, I'm going through my dark night of the soul, I'm doing this. And like, I really love like your support and whatever, like I really can use it, but also I don't want to drag you into my shit. So where are they? Are they being truthful with the work that they have to do? And are they being devoted or committed to the work they have to do? Because something that my friend told me, um, one of my really good friends, she told me this thing and I'll never forget it. It was like, I can't want it. You can't want it for them more than they want it for themselves. And this is where people get caught up because we're like, oh, but I see this, I see you as this really amazing, like really, I see all of this, right? I see all of this as all of this, right? And so you want to, because even as feminine, especially, we love to see the potentiality in things, right? Like even this piece of fabric, right? Like it becomes like a head wrap, it becomes a skirt, it becomes all these different things because I see it that it can be many things. The problem that we have is we see the potential and it's not our job. If this is someone that you've been with for an extended amount of time, if this is a friend that's asking for you to stay by them for support, then yes, you shouldn't abandon them. But there's also things that people do need to go through a process on their own. And if you see that people aren't actually doing the work, then you have to kind of remove yourself. So I did this for an extended amount of time because I saw this other person actually trying to put in work, or at least convincing me that he was putting in work for sure. Now he was doing some stuff and he was making some changes, but it was literally just to shut me up. It was literally just to be like, well, I did the thing. And after a while, I told him from the beginning, don't do it for me, do it for you. You have to want to do it for yourself because if you don't want it, because this isn't for me, because whether we stay together or whether we move into a command, whether we do any of this, doesn't matter, right? What matters, hello, baby. What matters is that you choose to do it for you, that you want to do it for yourself. Because if you're doing it just to appease somebody else or to shut somebody else up or to help somebody else because you feel they need the rescuing, then you're rescuing. Now, if you see somebody is really fucking struggling and there's a way that you can help them without being an enabler, I think that's the key. Are you enabling someone's healing? Are you enabling, are you enabling, which is kind of like unabling, right? Because you're taking somebody that maybe have been capable or able, right? Like sometimes there's things that happen because the universe has to put them in that situation because when they're put in that situation, they're given these three choices and these three choices direct the rest of their destiny. And so when you get in the way of somebody else's karma, now you actually sometimes can take on their fucking karma and they can get your good karma. And now they can start having good things happen to them. Like this is something that somebody was in the chat yesterday or the day before, something like this. And she was talking about that. She was like, but blah, 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 blah. And then like he got all of this stuff. And I feel like the universe just fucking like slapped me in the face. And it's like, well, the thing is did you take on this other person's karma? Did this person try to destiny swap? Did he take your fucking happy ending because you let him? Because you let them? And no judgment on gender, race, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's just about noticing the archetypes. It's about noticing the pattern recognitions, and it's about are people um, are people doing the work or are they not doing the work? And it's like not our job to save everybody. Like this is something that I say all the time. You know, it's like you want to go back and save all these people. It's like all these people that are doing bad things are in these situations because they're bad people. Like, but not everybody, like not everybody that parties, not everybody that likes getting high or whatever necessarily is a bad up into dark and you just have to be it's the energy, everything is frequency, right? And so that's why sometimes we have to, yeah, it's time. Tick tock, the time is up. Like the time is now. The time is now. And sometimes you have to understand that the time has come. The time has come, my little friends, to speak of other things: shoes and chips and sealing wax and cabbages and kings. And while the sea is boiling hot and weather pigs have wings, Kalu Kalay will eat today like cabbages and kings. Now, if you don't recall this story from Alice in Wonderland or Lewis Carroll's book, right? He was leading them to his dinner for him to eat like a king, but he was convincing all the little oysters, we're going to have this great feast. And they were the feast. This is like so similar to what's going on in the world. Like, are you going to keep feeding the rich or do you guys want to feed the hungry? And do you want to house the homeless? Because we have more than enough resources, more than enough resources. The only thing it's time to go. It's time to move away from these old structures. The only thing that's preventing it is the people in charge that are choosing to allocate or to lord over or to manipulate all of the things because they want more money or they're causing little fucking ego fights between each other. You know what I'm saying? Like this is all that it breaks down to. Um, Heaven and hell have a line. If you're here, you are welcome to do. Yeah, but people can suck the life out of you. This is super real. If you want to understand, like I did have, like my ex was literally sucking the life out of me, sucking the life. Like I was uh what was it? Like 40, 42, 43 kilos, which is like 91 pound, 93 pounds. Like like look at me. I'm not fat. Like I'm not fat, but I'm a shapely lady. And so yeah, they can literally suck the life out of you because what happens is the narcissist. Okay, so it's this patriarchal narcissistic wound. It's they don't look at you like people. You're not people. You are a resource to them. You are an energetic resource. They don't care. They're putting on whatever mask, they're telling you what you want to hear. They're playing whatever game that they need you to play. And this is why narcissism is so like literally parallel universe with vampiric energy vampires in general. Like, I don't know, I like vampires. I'm a Halloween baby. So, but I'm just saying this is the energy, right? They're sucking the life, they're sucking the blood, they're sucking the energy, they're sucking the aura. Drainbow. They're draining you of your light. That's why they call it the drainbow, of the light energy that you have. We are Hue is a shade, a frequency of light. Man, being, a being of light, a light being. So we have a prism, fractals of color spectrum, right? So like just like a rainbow, like you can't see the same colors in the rainbow and you can't see the same shape of the rainbow in different places, right? Same. Like we are that. So when people start getting weird about locations and colors and races and all that, it's super weird to me, to be completely honest. Like we are a soul in a meat sack. We are a whole entire universe. We are made of the same thing that stars are made of. We are stardust. We're entire universes inside this little meat sack vessel. Yeah, it's real. That's real shit, guys. And we the only species on this planet not working together on this planet. That's going to come into balance, right? Like Mother Nature will just do things. She'll just create like waves or fucking tsunamis or volcanoes or fucking earthquakes or split the earth open and say, you know what? These people are really pissing me off. Like, I'm gonna just clap back real quick. And that's literally where we're at. Patriarchy has been, yeah, systematically denying female and all of this war and all of this power is over resources when we don't even need fossil fucking fuels. What are fossil fuels anyways? We don't even need that. Everything we can want is free. We can create a lot more free energy than we do. We can just grow hemp everywhere and have fucking hemp oil and have everything that's made out of plastic be made out of hemp, and we don't need fucking poly. We don't need it anymore. Hemp fuel, you guys, grows fast. It cleans the water, it cleans the air, it cleans the soil. It produces like 10 to 30 times the amount of oxygen as regular plants or trees. And it grows really rapid and can just be cut down and regrown like in the same fucking space because it's remineralizing the soil, cleaning the water and the air. So like we have all of these solutions, but instead we're paying all of these monies, we're paying all these monies to live, to tax, to for poly based, even the clothing, right? Like the reason why I don't wear, I love this top, shout out to my girl Chansey. I love this little top. Now, the reason why I don't wear it very often is because of the poly. Because I don't like, because it has like a little bit of itchy feeling. But even all of the material that's creating all of the microplastics in the water, like all of it would be way better and last a lot. It was just produced from him. Simple, simple, but the government's outlawed hemp because it's close to the female version of the plant. Hemp is the male version of the plant. The cannabis is the female version of the plant, and they're two different plants. The female is the psychoactive, the whoo, will take you there, connect you to the divine spiritually. That's why God is a woman. And the hemp is the masculine. So this is where a lot of the medicine, the paper, the fibers, this is where all of the ropes, like $10 bills, like money, the fucking independent, but all this stuff used to be made on hemp paper. This was actually US's largest cash cow. And instead now we're fighting everybody for fucking oil and this and that and like whatever. All this shit can't be produced in the US, but you guys can start growing hemp again. Like the whole world should just start growing hemp again. And then we don't have to worry about fuel crisis. Then we don't have to worry about polluting everything with fucking plastic. We just eradicate it and we just change a different product into these systems. A lot of these systems can just take a different type of product. Many of them. Yeah, like when they started doing, what was it, like biodiesel and stuff like this, when they're just like, yeah, we just collect the scraps. Like I have friends that did it on a bus. They would collect the scraps from all these different restaurants and stuff like this that were doing the bio oil or whatever. And they would go and they would take the scraps, right? Where normally they'd have to pay to get rid of them. Now these people are coming to pick it up. They're getting the scraps for their bus and creating more for their bus. And then they're just using that and that's their fuel. And they're traveling all around, bro. Like anything is possible. It's a matter of how we're choosing to think about it. And as we're in this age of Aquarius, and as we're in this age of now everything's going to be in Aries, we're going to have like 6 or 7 or fucking 9 things in Aries, like seven planetary bodies, okay? And then some other fucking stars. What does this mean? We are starting fresh. This is the actual new era. This is the new earth, the new time, the new whatever. And yeah, the yin energy has to come up. That's how we achieve peace. People may say that female are more emotional and more this and more that, but when we move to this matriarchal system, we will have more time to regulate our nervous systems, more time to be here and now, more time to be able to take this nap, more time to be able to come to peace instead of constantly worrying about the war. Survival state is our actual enemy. Divide and conquer, creating separation, is our actual enemy. It's like what was that movie? Ants or whatever, right? Ants or it's a Bug's Life or whatever, right? Where he's just like, but wait, why do we always have to fucking feed the crickets? Like, there's like we outnumber them like 100, like 1,000 to 1 or something, and they're just like, if they ever find out that they don't have to collect and feed us anymore, like this is literally like the government structure. Like, literally, go watch the movie, do yourself a favor. I'm gonna try to watch it after this, but it's like if we figure if we're just like actually like I don't want to fucking pay for you to eat babies and fuck children and rape and kill people anymore. Actually, I don't want to feed you. No, I don't want to feed your terror fucking soul energetic sucking life fucking sucking system anymore, because that's what you're doing. Like you're putting, because all of the people that have to go to war, they even changed the age, you guys. They changed the age to like 35 or something. So anybody that's 18 to 35, any male that's 18 to 35 is just going to get drafted. And they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about when you come back. My grandfather was high level military, and my grandmother and my cousin, when he came back, like they didn't help do shit for the PTSD when he went to Afghanistan and all that stuff. Like, this is real shit, guys. Like, do we want to scar more people by going over to kill people for what? Why are we killing people? Why are we killing each other? What level of humanity have we digressed to so far that we need to kill each other, that we can't just have an adult conversation and figure something out, even if we agree to disagree? Like, what fucking level are we on? It's like, no, you're going to fucking do what I say, or else. It's like, or else what? Like, I'm not going to do that, actually. It's like the kid that stole my shit, right? That's holding my shit hostage. It's just like, you're gonna do it. I'm like, actually, no, I'm not. That doesn't work for me. I'm not gonna. I don't negotiate with terrorism. I don't negotiate with terrorists. And like, no, I'm not. You know? Like, if that means like we're not friends anymore when we were just friends fucking 3 days ago or a week ago, and now now we're fucking enemies because your ego is having a tantrum, and I'm not gonna participate in this patriarchal, this fucking egotistical tantrum. Like, this is the last tantrum. This is the last kicking and screaming fit that patriarchy is having on the way fucking out, guys. Yeah. Chaos and conflict. And that's how they do it. They keep the chaos and conflict. So imagine if the whole rest of the world just said, you know what, actually, the only thing we're participating in now is world peace. The only thing we're participating in now is growing clean food that not Monsanto and you guys didn't fucking chemically fuck up. Like, the only thing we're worried about now is like living our lives and making sure our family stays alive. Our children are not going to fight miscellaneous wars for resources that aren't even what? Why are you controlling resources? If we were just fucking cool about it, we could just be like, you know what? You got that, and I got this. Like, let's get a little trade skis. Let's like straight barter system, the macro and the micro. So when it starts on a smaller level of smaller community, being like, this is really working for us, then all of the higher ups are going to be like, you know what? I bet we could do this on a more global scale because like I really miss having that type of food and I would like it over here, or that color fabric because we like to produce, we love that fabric from India or whatever, like, and then they're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, like what do you got? What you got? It's like, oh, we got watermelons and we got some whatever, right? Like, what you got? And then people are going to be like, okay, cool. Now, how does that factor into some of the smaller whatever? You trade based on the resources available, right? Just like if the minimum wage is this much here and this much in America, then you can't charge these people the same that you're charging these people. So either we're leveling out, we're justifying and leveling out the entire market to the actual fucking base cost, wholesale versus retail. Either we go back to trade skis and like wholesale levels, or we keep going the way that we're going, which is like skyrocketing oil prices and all this stuff. Like, newsflash, guys, Australia is already in a complete deficit. Their stores, their fuel, their shit, they're already fucked. They're already fucked. Like, this isn't gonna be coming to the awareness of the American people probably until summer, maybe. And then when everybody's like, let's go put fucking happy summer, it's gonna be like, boom, lockdown, COVID #2. Let's go. But now they've implemented so many other things that everybody's going to be completely fucked. So, like I said, figure out who your little communities are. I was telling this to people before COVID was happening. I was like, decide where you're going to be. You're going to be there for about 6 months to a year. And they're like, just come back to America. I was like, I'm not going back to America. No, I'm deciding if I'm going to be in Bali, Indonesia, or if I'm going to be in Thailand. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm not. Nope. Nope. And we had, and bless us here, because we stay in such a positive state and everybody's so healthy and outside and with nature and working with communities, that people weren't fucking, we weren't dealing with the news and all that shit. We didn't have fucking sick people dying in fucking hospitals. Now, in big cities where there's a lot of news and a lot of whatever, yeah, they did. But was that because everybody was getting the jab? Like, everybody was happy to be here. Everybody's like, you know, that's cool. I'm kind of anti on that. I'm good. Like, actually, I'm good here. And we all went out and we all had a good time and we all shared hookah and we did everything. Did you had to have your mask? Did we wear it the whole time? No, I'm not talking shit. Indonesia, I love you. You dope. But we understood that, like, like, what? This isn't gonna stop an airborne virus. Like, whatever. We understand by going outside, by being happy, by being in tropic climate, by being in cohesion with nature. Like, everybody stays healthy. Go figure. Fucking crazy, right? Like, when there's fear and separation and scarcity and survival mode, then your nervous system and everything else is like in fight or flight or fawn or freeze, and you don't know what to do. So you're not thinking. You stop thinking. You start reacting. That's what they want. They want reactionary. That's why they're having a hard time, because people are learning to deal with their shadow work and maintain their fucking peace. And that's where we're at. I like the way you think. Access denied. I like your name. That's tight. It's definitely warnings. Yeah. My politics sound extremely confused. I said, why can't we all get along? And I don't negotiate with terrorists back to back. How is that confused? Everybody should get along. Here's the thing. It's just like a narcissist. So to who you are, mommy, ours, mommy. So let me explain this to you. Maybe you don't understand what narcissism is or how it works. It's systematic shaming. Maybe you don't understand how to deal. This is a personality disorder. This is what most of the people in the government, people that are in higher level of control, that want to manipulate and control power, things like this is actually a disorder. It's a personality disorder, okay? And how this works here is because the narcissists are acting as terrorists. They are trying to manipulate something, trying to control, trying to hold, trying to lord something over you, whether it's yours or not. And they're trying to do that. So do we negotiate? No, because the first thing you need to know about dealing with narcissists is they want the response. They want the reaction. So if you're just like, it's like when you're playing a game of tennis. My friend told me this like a long time ago. He was like, imagine this. Imagine everything in life, every argument, every discussion, everything is like a game of tennis. If you drop the racket and walk off the court, like, can they keep brutally playing the game? No. They can't play by themselves unless they're fucking tiddly-winking, bro. Like, do you understand? It's they're feeding off of your energy. So if they're lording something over you, just like, okay, you can have it. What do you want? Like, I'm not going to fight you for it. But that's not what they want. They want the fight. They don't want the fucking thing. They want to create the fight, because that's how they suck the life force energy out of you, is by getting you in this traumatized survival state, in this aggro state, and feed off of that energy. Why? Because that energy, especially in the blood and in the energetic system, can keep your battery. You are a battery, right? Your human body is a battery. It can keep it disrupted. It can keep it fucking sparking off instead of closing circuit. That's why you gotta rub your hands and your feet together like this at the same time. Close your fucking circuit. Protect yourself. Put on a protection spell. Close your fucking circuit. Stop. Rebuke any agreements that you do not any longer agree to. This is how patriarchy works. So, yes, how do we get along? We get along by people becoming accountable. What is the first thing that narcissists don't want to take? Accountability. It's the last thing. They will never admit being wrong. They will never take accountability. This is exactly what's going on with the government and Trump. They don't want to take accountability for raping and eating women and children. They don't want to do that. So instead, they're going to cause a fucking war and make it about resources and put the whole world into a fucking debt because they don't want to take accountability. So first, you remove the power. You stop by being reactionary. Second, you stop playing the game with them. And then you don't have a terrorist anymore. It's just somebody over there having a tantrum because nobody is engaging. Nobody is reacting. Nobody is responding. It's them having a tantrum with themselves. Imagine that. I do psychotherapy sessions, so there is no confusion there. It's that in order to get along, just like your body has a homeostasis, it likes to maintain, just like when you get a cut or you hurt yourself, you get a boo-boo, right? That's a terrorist to your system. It's something that's attacking your system that you don't want attacking your system, and you have to do something about it. You're just going to let it fester over and get gangrene? Or you're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to take some peroxide right now and some some special oils. I want to take some shit. I'm going to rinse that out. I'm going to clean that out. I'm going to fucking bandage that up, and I'm going to keep that wound clean. I'm not going to let that wound stay dirty and fester. So, yes, in order for us to get along, we have to realize the people that are not getting along and that they're the weakest link, and we have to either remove them or stop negotiating with them, because that's terrorism. Negotiating with people that are holding or lording stuff over instead of trying to create a solution is fucking terrorism. The terrorists themselves is the fucking American government. That's a reality. That's a reality. They want to fucking talk about everybody else and acts of terrorism, but really, what? Like, what? You guys are fucking crazy. Take a breath. Take a breath. We're going to move on. We're going to come back to this moment. We're going to come back to here and now. And we're going to change it up here. We're going to change it up here. We're going to come to these cards about the people that are actually out here trying to go the distance, not trying to cause fights or disruptions to the collective. So thank you for being here and being privy. But yeah, we don't have to fight. Someone tried to do this to me the other day online when I said, yeah, this is great. And they're just like, you think that them killing the Jews is fucking right? I was like, you think that them killing all the children in the Palestinian school was right? Like, I think that, I said, I'm for human. I'm for life. I'm for life. Pro-life, bro. I want people to live. So that means if I choose one country or one religion, I'm choosing that the other one should die? No, what the fuck that? What the fuck is wrong with you people? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're that systematically programmed by the patriarchy that it's either this race, this country, this religion, not that we're all fucking humans. That those are somebody else's children. That you're ready to take somebody else's life to get your fucking resource? Really? Why? What fucking grade are you in? What fucking century are we in? Are you fucking kidding me? Why? Why would you justify one or over the other? That's not, there's no justification. You can't call yourself a good upstanding citizen or a good Christian or a good mommy or a good whatever if you're still choosing to let the baby eating, molesting pedos run your fucking country And you're complaining about the fucking immigrants and the this and the that. Like, bitch, what the fuck? No, you are inhumane. You are part of the crimes against humanity because you would rather have your shit that you want than have world peace. You would rather the world entertain the orange fucking puppet terrorists? They're not. Over 40 fucking countries. Over 40 fucking countries. I'm sorry, 40%. 40% of 193, 192 countries in the entire world. 40% want him the fuck out of there. Otherwise, shit's gonna keep going down. They want him and all the people that were doing these atrocities, these crimes against fucking humanity, the jabs, the fucking chemtrails, the eating babies, the islands, the molesting, the killing people, whatever. They want them gone. And the whole world is going to be in World War III if you guys don't remove them. That's just as simple as it fucking is. Just as simple as it is, mommy. I know you're probably busy because you got kids and you don't know the whole sketch thing, and you're probably super right-wing Christian. No offense, but learn you some knowledge. You are systematically programmed. If you are Christian or Catholic, you are programmed by the patriarchy. You are part of the problem. You feed into misogyny, which is the imbalance on a fucking universal level. This is universal level. like like what the fuck, you guys know about the law of correspondence? Like let's get into it. No, let's get some tarot and let's go back to these. So enough with my rants, you guys. Enough with my rants. Sorry. Anyways, sorry not sorry. People maybe need to know, people need to know from a different standpoint, from regular humans. It's like I'm not out here against anybody. I want everybody to live, bro. What? We're to be born now, to come to this planet in this time, like we are in one of the craziest revolutionary times of all of human existence. So all these people that came here through all of these ancestors to be able to be born in this moment in time, to be part of the badassery, came here with this divine birthright, this 9 of water, the ability to have their wish fulfillment. We don't need to do this again. We don't need to do this again. We don't need to fucking crucify. We don't need to do all this. Patriarchy created that. Study some more religions, bro. Study some fucking, like I was going so deep in narcissism. Why? Because they're like, listen, gnosis and all of this, or logos, right, was considered like Jesus, right? Considered the bringer of the word, of the truth, the revealer of the word, of the actual truth, of the actual knowledge, right? And then so it was life eternal. So in order to have the ultimate balance and to get to these next levels of heaven or these higher densities, we have to come in unity. We have to. There is no other option. Otherwise, you stay at the top level of hell, which is currently earth. Your heel goes there. Hell, heel, same. And you stay there. We're at the bottom level of heaven and the top level of hell, guys. Like, you want to rise up? You want to go to where we work less and things are more beautiful? You want to move towards timelines that are more like the Garden of Eden? Or you want to stay in this fucking place where we suck the planet clean of its fucking resources? That's Mother Nature. That's Mother Earth, the macro and the micro. So how we're treating the feminine, not just the female, not just the woman, not just the child, Mother Earth itself, how we're sucking resources to create money, to create people, to create wealth off of, while using people, slaves, on slave fucking pay, not wanting to do this and not wanting to do that. Like, are you guys kidding? You guys really, like, is people really, like, obviously everybody here is awake or they're enjoying the content, but yeah, like, do you have any pride? Do you have any pride? Because our leadership is too prideful. too prideful. This Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Earth, this beginning, Ace, okay? Starting fresh, the Earth. Look at this. This is pride and leadership, okay? This is also indicative of divine union, okay? So tell us more about this soulmate. Now, as you know, penguins mate for life. Penguins mate for life. They find a little pebble, they give it to their person, they never mate again. Okay. For some of you guys, there can be this new, as this new earth comes into play, you come into these divine contracts, these divine relationships. Yeah, the Ace of Earth. So this is super indicative of divine masculine energy, pride, leadership, word, and then the Empress is obviously this feminine birthing this new energy. Okay. So 5. This energy is indefinite change. 3, manifesting, creating, gestating. Something new is coming into play. Okay, with the Empress. This is the mother. This is all of the queens. We're birthing something new together. Okay, with the masculine and the feminine together. Can I get another card on that? On the Empress and the Ace? The 4 of Earth. So for some of you guys, this can be a very old concept that has been being held onto for an extended amount of time. How women or men play roles, or how they're supposed to or intended to play roles. How one is supposed to be held onto or controlled, or one needs to hold on or calm down. That's actually not what it is. Okay. This is actually, this is more holding this energy of bringing this into the physical. Okay. So where this can be sometimes misering the energy, see how she's not holding all of these, but she's kind of calling them forward. So she's calling this energy of protection, calling this energy of holding on to these things in the physical realm. What is coming in the physical realm? Soulmate. This is changing. Okay. Empress and the Ace of Earth. So something new, something physical. Okay, and new start. This can also be, for some of you guys, you can be having a new partnership, and this can be for work, but a strong, intimate. Some of you guys can also be potentially having children or creating something together in the physical realm. Okay, something more physical. Yeah, and this is also this idea of this new earth, right? Of this new earth, of this matriarchy, right? This is how we come into balance. And it's like we need to hold on to that vision. We need to hold on to bringing that into this collective energy, and we need to defend that. Okay, look at, because that's where the magic comes into play. The 7 of Fire. Yeah, we need to defend that. Yeah, that's where the Emperor comes into play. Look at, we have the Emperor and the Empress. So the Emperor will protect. Okay, they will protect. They will defend. Okay, in the physical realm. In the physical realm. What is this message in the bottle? And they will also hold space or protect or defend for previous hurt, for previous pains, for previous heartache, something like this. What is the message in the bottle, please and thank you? The Chariot. Okay, someone may be bringing you a message. You may be receiving a message. You may get a message asking you to go somewhere, inviting you somewhere. Definitely receiving something. Okay. Feminine energy, definitely receiving something. Okay. What are they going to be receiving? Or messages, or maybe asking. You may be going somewhere. You may be offered to go somewhere. 9 of Wands. So yeah, again, this is like, okay, so normally this is a wounded warrior energy, but in this deck, it's more like she's channeled all the work into something beautiful, into these new stars, right? So this is like transmuting, she's transmuted the pain or the struggle, the strife, She's transmuted it. Okay, can you give me another about the Chariot and the Nine of Fire? And another, or no? Okay. So this person wants to confess their love to you. Two of Water. Two of Water. Tower, Page of Water. Okay, so what's interesting in this deck, okay, Tower is not being struck down by lightning and destroyed, okay? This is, someone may have a child, okay? This Page of Water, someone may have a little girl, something like this. I was picking this up before yesterday or something like this. This younger, it's a girl, it's young. It's like underage energy, I guess is the way. Yesterday it was coming out as an earth sign, a younger female that was putting on some spell work. Today it's a little bit different. This person, okay, maybe some of their old beliefs, okay, some of their old belief systems. When we have a tower that comes in and the tower doesn't look like it's being destructed and it's coming in with this Page of Water, this is our soul, our emotion, or something like this. They may have had a change of heart. Okay, they may have, after an extended amount of time, how they process relationships, love, emotion, something like this. They may have had a fundamental change in their structure of that. Okay, something, and it could have been you. Okay, could have been you, collective. Yeah, I mean, it could have been the work that you had them do, or the work that you were doing, or something like this that transmuted. That transmuted this. So for some of you, some people, okay, so for the collective, some people that try to go against the collective may have got a tower. And in their tower moment, you may have received a different type of tower. And the tower doesn't always mean full destruction. It can also mean a breaking down of an old idea or identity, right? An old structure as we know it. So it's very possible that it's like, you know what, yeah, before I used to believe in the government or before whatever, right? And now they're just like, no, actually, okay? Can you give us more information about this tower and this Page of Cups? The Three of Earth. They want to build something new with you. Maybe their old structure that they believed was like this or like that. Maybe they were set in their ways with how to build or how relationships worked, or maybe how certain things were going down. And now they're just like, actually, you know what? You're the only one I want to work with. Normally you see multiple people in the Three of Coins, but now you only see the feminine. They want to create something new. So this is beautiful. Where are you at? Where are you at, people? Where's the people that want to create these new structures, right? Sometimes we don't, if the foundation isn't cracked, right? If the foundation isn't cracked, maybe it can be, maybe the establishment can be refurbished or repaired. So I feel like this is something less on a governmental structure, but more on a, it could be religious, but it could also be like family, like how their family saw or expected things to be. Okay. And it may have taken them a lot of extra work to be able to get to this point. Okay. It could have been because they had a younger sister or a daughter or something else like this. They had some type of something from the past, some type of something or somebody. Okay. Okay. Also, it could be a daughter, it could be daughter or son. This could be a parent. Okay. Because it's this childlike energy. So this could have also been a belief that they've held since they are very small, the Six of Cups, since they were this small child. And it could just be something that they're realizing, you know what, actually, I'm deprogramming that. Actually, that doesn't work for me anymore. And actually, instead of the fury of fucking God striking me down and putting a lightning through my building, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Dear Universe Source Creator, can you help me like spruce it up a little bit? That'd be tight. Can you send me some people that want to do this with me? That would be awesome, right? And that's kind of the energy. Is it's like sometimes it's like the inner and the outer, as within, so without, as above, so below, right? So it's like when we come into this place of ourself and we say, okay, I see myself for who I am, or I see these old structures and I'm no longer going to be them. I choose to be better. I choose to be better than that. And by actively choosing is what kind of puts this, by actively choosing to change something the way that it was, to work with somebody else or to work through something else from the past. Okay. Yeah, it's taken a lot of patience. It's taken a lot of patience and a lot of time. And maybe that was the lesson. What I'm hearing from the guides is like that was a lesson. Many of the collective needed to learn patience. And you're learning patience through past lessons, through past people. And did you learn the lesson? And when you're brought with these same type of situations, these same type of narcissists, these same type of things that you've been dealing with from your past, do you actually know how to work through it? Okay. Or is this unhealed child still showing up, having a temper tantrum because mommy's not paying attention to me? Are you learned? Have you learned to tap into that inner child? Have you learned to tap into that past? Have you learned the patience? Have you changed that within yourself? Okay. So what is the energy of the fates? This is the energy of 8. Okay. So 8 is the number of abundance, but it's also the number of kind of work, like prudence, putting in the time, putting in the energy, putting in the work. Okay. One more or what? Okay. So first we had the 5 of water. Then we had the Hierophant. Then we had the 7 of air and the 8 of earth. But this was after these? Yeah. And then the 2 of earth. Okay. Hold on, let me move these over here. So the fates. There may have been people, things, situations, 5, that have changed. Emotional states may have changed. You guys may have lost somebody close to you. This could be a family member. This could be a lover. Okay. This could be an old identity as well. Okay. It's something that you realize, do not come up here. It's something that you realize is got you in this, it's got emotions running high. Okay. But this is changing. Okay. It's like sometimes we feel what they're showing me or telling me is like, sometimes we feel like, did you see what God just did to me? Like, am I just taking every whatever? But it's like, it's the karma that you signed up for that you either chose to deal with or you chose to sidetrack to take it on later. Like, I'll just take it on later. I'll do it. I'll do everything for the final exam, like the night before the final exam. I don't want to do the like extra study work right now. It's like that. And so they're just like, well, you're just going to have to get over it. Okay. Once you let go, okay, fate can give you what you have worked for. Okay. Once you change your attitude, once you change your frequency or your energy, okay, that is how you level up. That is how you show the universe. That's how you show the divine, your angels, your ancestors, that you are committed, to making the change, that you are committed to this new life. You're committed to this new self. You're committed to this new journey, right? That's where you're putting your commitment. You're actually making a commitment. Before, maybe people weren't making commitments. Maybe you weren't ready to make a commitment also. And there was a lot of people that were in and out, and it was not causing this happy, loving thing. For many of you guys, the fates could have moved somebody out of your way, and they could have had the opportunity to choose to commit, and they didn't. And so instead, they chose all these other people or this other energy, this other attention, okay, because they're patriarchy having a tantrum because they need their egos to be stroked and other things. And so the fates said, yeah, nope, that's going to change. You're going to change. You didn't make the commitment. You didn't honor collective. You didn't take the blessing when it was put there. What did you do? What did they do? The 7 of air. They hid something. They hid something. They were being silly fucking gooses. They hid something. They hid maybe their feelings. Okay, so I'm picking up on a few different things. Some of them, they hid their actual feelings. They hid that they maybe really loved collective. They hid that they maybe really wanted to be with them. And instead of saying, I want to make sure there's nobody else I want to be with, they treated them like a piece of shit. They lied. Okay, they lied. They cheated. They stole. They stole? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, they try to steal your work. For many of them, they did steal your work. They did steal some type of money or inheritance. They may have used you to energy harvest, to money harvest, to do something like this, something that you worked really hard on. They just fucking took it from you. And the universe is going to be bringing that right back into balance. Okay. Right back into balance. And for many of them, they could have been trying to sing this sad song as if collective did something to them, but that's not the case. Tell me about this. Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords. They created that nightmare for themselves. Okay, so again, we're coming back to the state of accountability. Okay, they choose. They chose. They knew that collective was carrying this divine energy, that she was carrying this Isis energy, this divine feminine energy, and they just chose. They knew that she could see. They knew that she could see. They knew that she could sense. They knew that she could feel. Okay, for many of you guys, it doesn't have to be female, but for many of you guys, okay, what's going on here is collective, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter, okay? Collective, you knew something was off. You could feel it. You could sense it. And every time you try to call that shit out, they lied. They lied. As a matter of fact, it could have been somebody that they worked with. They said that they were working, they were doing this. They fucking created whole symphonies of lies and other people lying to you, other people wearing masks. And you knew it, collective. You knew it the whole time. You could sense it. You could feel it. So don't feel bad. Don't. The reason why collective moved this person, this energy from you is because they needed to. That was the judgment call. That is part of the judgment call. Do not go back. Do not revert back. You do not put poop back into your butt after you shit it out. So you do not pick up people that were shitty to you and bring them back into your life. That's not how it works. Okay? We don't do that. We don't do that. Yeah, there was a judgment call that was made. This is like a divine judgment call. Okay? This is like an awakening. Okay? For some of you guys, this other person may have had an awakening and realized actually you're everything that they want, collective. But there's already been a divine judgment call that said, nope, what you wanted was a dip your dizzle. That's what happened. Okay? You wanted to chase after all these little fairies. For some of them, they may be gay with the fairy. I don't know. You want to chase after all this, get all this energy. Okay? It could also be a fire sign that they were messing with. This is somebody that would, yeah, sucking life force energy. They were actually doing it and lying to collective while these other people were being with them, not because they loved them. Collective actually loved them, not because they loved them, because they were sucking this soul energy out of them. Ho ho. How's that for a karmic slapback? Damn, that's a karmic slapback. I didn't know happy Buddha there. Okay, wow. So that's what happens. That's how the cookie crumbles when you just trying to taste all the fucking cookies instead of being grateful for the delicious cookie you have. You want to try them all. Yeah, they lost the love. They lost that. No love. There is no love left there for whoever is here or tuning in. Where there once was love there is no love there. There is no more love for the lion, for those that are lying. Okay? Yeah. There is going to be love that comes through in this different masculine energy, and this one that has more ability to lead, more pride, more leadership. This other masculine, maybe fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be, but somebody that cares more about maybe fucking or partying or fighting, just filling their reptilian needs. Fuck, feed, fight, whatever, something like this. So tell us So that person's out of here. Yeah. Somebody that was hiding their emotions or actual emotional state or something like this is having some type of a meltdown because they didn't commit. This can be multiple people. It can be the same person, but this can be multiple people. Love, peace to all, peace to all. Yes. Yes, pro-life. We want everybody to live, okay? Everybody needs to be in control of their own body. They get to choose, but people should live. You were speaking on a subject the other day, creating art for peace and expressing ourselves creatively, possibly through art. We can express sovereignty. Yes. Okay, who is this? Amber Hugh Farms. Yes. So what I was saying is I wanted to create an entire movement, and obviously I can't create a movement by myself, so it requires all of you lovely helpers and all of the people that we share it, like a ripple effect. I want to create something called statement piece, because many artists, depending on what type of art you're in, there's so many different mediums. When they're when they're showing their work, or when they have a body of work or something to show, something to speak up on, right? It's like it's a peaceful type of protest where we can create art. Now some of it is bringing us to a state of peace, some of it's also bringing up some of the maybe lower, darker stuff, right? um I was trying to make, and I don't know if I still have it. I don't it was in my it's in my with my stuff in my ex's storage, and I just haven't even dealt with that. But I was collecting all of these ice cream wrappers, right? Because what starts off is one little piece of satisfaction, right? This little fish ice cream, and it's super shiny. And I wanted to show like the macro and the micro. Like this is how we scale. This is how we sedate ourselves, right? Where it might bring joy. It might keep us from fucking crying or wanting to kill ourselves or whatever, right? It might keep us out of these states temporarily, but it's like a band-aid. It's not addressing the root core. And so I was wanting to create this statement piece, and show the scale of how trauma or how pain or how addiction can become out of control, right? Because one scale would be one of the ice cream wrappers, and I collected these for months, like bags of them, because they're super shiny, silver and gold. And I wanted to create something large, like either a fish or a mermaid or a dragon, something like this, right? And show here's the scale of something how we don't see, but also one piece of trash, right? Oh, it's just one ice cream. It's just one piece of plastic. But how that one piece of plastic, if 100 people do it, is now 100 pieces. So it's about how do we create an awareness also? How can we bring peace? And that's not just to ourselves. That's just not between our religions. That's not just between our countries. That's also for our planet. How can we bring our planet back to peace? How can we bring our planet back to homeostasis? So there's a lot. So there's a very large spectrum where people can actually create something. And I was talking about how I saw these, they were visual artists that were they were basically doing graffiti style art, but they were projecting it. And because they were projecting it, they couldn't get in trouble. Now they were getting stopped after a certain amount of time. The cops were coming to bother them, but I thought it was super great because they were doing it on large areas where a lot of people were seeing it in public things. And so, yeah, so statement piece. So if you guys create anything or if you do anything, whether it's teaching people, like that's why I'm like, oh, I should start my seeds baking, right? I should just be teaching people how to bake stuff, how to do stuff, how to preserve stuff. Why? Because that is an act of peace. This is an act of peace. It's showing people how to be more self-sufficient, how to need less of this. How can we come together, come in unity, community, come together on this higher level, right? Yes, spending time in nature, radical self-responsibility. Yes. Swipe left. It sounds easier. Trauma couldn't get his trauma. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Women be shopping. Yeah, but that's what they taught us. They taught us retail uh it fixes it. Why? Because women are 85% of the buying populace with clothes and everything else, even if it's throwawayable. And how do we change that? How do we change the slave labor? How do we change that? The retail therapy isn't like, is that worth children dying for? Is that worth slave and child labor on the other side because you got to get something on sale because you got 5 pieces on sale for $50? Like, what was the cost of somebody's life to produce that? Like, as someone that creates art, as someone that creates clothing, that's why I worked so hard so many years to create sustainable stuff for wholesale or resale. Why? Because it's important. Because this one thing that makes me happy may cost somebody else their life. So again, we're back to this macro and micro. We're back to, well, it's just it's just making me happy. It's just I'm just one person. It's just one plastic water bottle. It's just I'm just one, my voice doesn't count. Yes, because it creates a ripple. And when people act in the state of the heart, when people act in the state of love, the ripple is exponential. It can go out, like you can look it up. That's science. That's actual fucking science, guys. It's actual science. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. When the power of love becomes stronger than the love of power, we'll understand ourselves with discernment, respect, equanimity, and equality. Then we will have one, right? Isn't that like however who says that? That's beautiful. Thank you, Amber. But yeah, that's exactly what it is, right? When the power of love overcomes the love of power, like, when will we realize when the last drop, like, we're about to go into a water crisis, you guys. You do realize, like, we're about to go into a food, a fuel, a water crisis. Like, this is real. It's already happening. You don't believe me? Like, find some other trusted news sources or look on some other places that are not monitored by your media blockers and look what's going on in Australia. They're out. They're out of fuel. They're out of food. Now, of course, yes, they grow and produce some, but not all. They're in an actual crisis already, and it will take a little bit before it gets to the other side of the world, but not long. Not long. Okay, the U.S. excuse me, people are bombing the power plants and all this other shit. Like, you wonder why they're fucking bombing Israel back. That's why you're fucking taking out people's lives, people's fucking power grids, and children's fucking schools. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? What the fuck? What the fuck? Let's be real. That's right. One love. Like, my religion is love. Life. I vote for love. I vote for life. I vote for peace. I vote for humanity. I vote for organic intelligence. Trump signed some shit to fucking chip people in their brain, to fucking download AI into people's brains. Are you joking? Like, have you seen any of the futuristic robot movies ever? Have you ever seen, what was that? iRobot, whatever, with fucking, what's his name, Will Smith and all that. Have you guys seen this shit? People are like, you've seen it, right? Like, that's not like, they didn't just come up with that out of their ass. Like, that didn't just happen. Like, that did not just happen. Like, it's coming from somewhere. So we just need to not be scared. We need to stay in the state of love. And when we're all in this connected state of love and not in this state of fear or separation, then things begin to change for us. Yeah. Because right now we're staying out of unity. Yeah. We're staying separated. This is what the Six of Swords is. We're moving to calmer shores and we're coming into union if we're upright. But since we're in reverse, right, we're moving backwards. We're not moving forward to calmer shores. We're not coming into union. So what into unity? So what is blocking that? Okay. This is not just, let's ask macro and micro, right? Because what's happening as we begin to give ourselves, right? Like, actually, no, I don't like the way you talk to me. I'm not cool with that. 0%. As we start to respect ourselves more, our own internal feelings, our own, like, that doesn't feel good. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You're just like, the way that you talk to those people, the way that you treated those servers, the way that you did, like, that was gross. That did not feel good to me. Like, that didn't feel good to them either. I could feel that. I could feel that you were belittling them, and that doesn't feel good. Like, is there a reason to do that? Like, is someone more human than somebody else? Please explain that to me. Like, yeah, for sure. I'm like alien or whatever, for sure, right? But like, other than that, like, I'm pretty sure there's nobody that's more human than another person unless they're more humane. Where's the humanity? For fuck's sake, guys. Where's the humanity? Patience. We've had enough patience. We've waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. Yeah, down under, power, fear mongering. Exactly. The government's sending everybody into a state of fear. You're from Australia. Okay. Dreaming, love, peace to all. So tell us, you're from Australia. Okay. You're from Australia. I figured by coming on this time of day, I would have more Aussies. I had to come on earlier because the fucking neighbors gang stalk harassing that they don't want me to have my feed somehow because I'm teaching people to be peaceful and love each other. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, and to know the difference between narcissistic, because we're experiencing it on the macro and the micro level. It's not just all the empaths that are experiencing the narcissist in their personal lives that have come to grow and heal and learn all of this stuff. It's actually all of humanity that has been conditioned through patriarchy that is acting in that state of narcissistic energetic harvesting, control, manipulation, systematic shaming, denying, creating all these things to make you feel whatever, body comp, whatever, all of it, right? That is governmental narcissism, like on a higher level, the micro and the macro. So yeah. So in Australia, yeah. So yeah, it's happening. So it is happening. Like I said, so it's happening down there. So you guys are in this fucking already in the crisis, and it's just going to keep rippling. So what way would you like it to ripple? Like, are you gonna start to be like, you know what? Let's check out who in the hood is growing the tomatoes, who's growing the potatoes, who's got the fruit, who's got the chickens, who's got it. Like, let's just figure it out. Let's create a little system here where we can come and work on your farm and we can collect some of what we need and we could do that. We could bring you some of that. La, 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 and like figure it out. Like that's where we're at, y'all. That's where we're fucking at. Yeah, they're trying to keep you separated, and that's exactly why you need to come together. Look, it gives me so many goosebumps. Come together. Yeah, don't walk away from each other. The eight of cups in reverse. Don't walk away. Unifying, coming in unity, the community, because now we're in the age of Aquarius. This is where we need to start. We're at top dead center. In Aries, everything is starting. New earth, new era, new world, new structures. We are creating them. We are choosing whether we want to keep fucking buying into the old or we're like, you know what, that shit, you know what? Thanks, Unc. Thanks, Gramps. That shit's played out. We're in this whole new era. We have all this different technology. We have all these other things. We have we have all these other things now. So I think we're gonna have to not get rid of our amendments, not get rid of our organic physical rights. No, we don't want to do that, but we're going to restructure and rewrite, not like the fucking constitutional rights, but base things on the way that things are functioning because now we're at a whole nother level. Everything that's been written in our structure has not had this much technology. Okay. And like, yeah, okay. Ancient civilizations, of course, they had far better technology than us, but there is this transformation that is happening. It's necessary. It's necessary. And so, yeah, you're from Australia, so they're doing it. Yeah. Yes. So, as we heal and unlock quantum potential heart song frequency with the Earth's cosmic upgrade, we will bring it down to Earth and push the lower level entities out. Yes and no. Yes, I agree with you on this, Amber, to a certain extent. But the reality is we are existing on a plane of hell because we have all these lower level entities. So we're not bringing divine isn't coming down. It doesn't decline, it ascends. We don't fall in love, we rise in love. And so even the way that we've been, even the words that have been manipulated to create this, falling in love, falling, well, what? That doesn't make any sense. No, we want to rise in love. We want to come together, you know? And so we will ascend, we will raise the frequency, raise the collective consciousness, raise the bar, raise the level, and we will ascend. They will descend. They will not They will not be pushed out because we're still in a realm where the frequencies are existing. These entities, these frequencies are existing. Now they will start to kind of demolish themselves out as our level of consciousness starts to evolve more, as we stop, like somebody was saying before, like you're confused, this mommy person, right? You're confused. It's like, no, as soon as we stop entertaining the terrorism, as soon as we stop entertaining the patriarchy's tantrum, as soon as we stop fighting against each other and start working together and understand actually most humans want the same fucking thing. It's the government and the religions, the patriarchy, right? The control, the manipulation that keeps us feeding, fucking, surviving, working, fighting, separated, hated. That's what it is. Because really, when you break it down, like, we don't want to hate each other. Do you really want to hate people? I don't want to hate people. Like when the people come, they do fucked up shit. Like, I don't even want to hate them. I'm just like, I don't even want to hate you. Like, I don't even want to fight with you. But like, that's dumb because I'm so divinely protected that like I feel bad. Like some shit's gonna come back on you. You're gonna be. You just wait for it. You just wait for it. Okay. For many of you guys, we have put in so much work and so much energy, and now you're waiting for the ships to come in. And some people try to destiny swap. They try to be like, I'm gonna take what is yours, but they didn't actually do the work. So they don't actually get the abundance. They thought that they were going to get that, but now they get your extra, not your karma, because you've already completed karma collective. It's like, but they get all of the trials and the tribulations because they tried to take what was your payout, what was not rightfully theirs, with their karma, their life, everything wasn't set up to receive. So it's one thing to copy someone's style, to copy someone's fashion, to copy someone's words, to copy someone's art, right? That's one thing. But to try to take, copy their soul's path, destiny's path, and think that you're going to end up on the right side of history, I don't think so. Oh, you're going to be on the right side with a fucking Republican, like the right wing, you're going to be over there with the pedo, like you're going to be Satan's waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be there. That's where you're going to be. So, yeah, they're trying to keep us apart. Thank Goddess Divine Priestess. Thank you. Just, yeah, thank the priestess. Thank the goddess, right? Whether that means you go and commune with the earth, whether that means you worship a goddess to some extent, whether that is an ancient deity or someone that you know that is a goddess, that is a feminine energy, and express your gratitude. Offerings, okay? All these religions and stuff, like all the religions don't have it wrong. It's just how they were doing certain things became your written program. And they switched them just a little bit to become your written program. Like before, we used to go out and worship the sun. Not Jesus. Not Jesus. That's worshiping a man. Jesus was a man. He was born in physical. So I hate to break it to you, religious people, but you are doing the first thing that they told you not to do, that God told you not to do, which is worship man or false idols. You just bringing the knowledge. Like, do I want people to be praying to me and worshiping me? No. I'm bringing the knowledge, Sophia, the wisdom, the same wisdom that taught Jesus. It's unlocking in a lot of feminine energies. It's truly unlocking in some of the chosen, some of the actual divinely chosen beings. And we are here to unlock it. It is a key. It is a knowledge or an information that exists within certain of us. That's why they want to take us out, but that's okay. We won't go there. Just painted a painting and it's called Unity in Community. Yes. We should start a what do you call it? We should start a little fucking Instagram, or just start a hashtag. Just start a hashtag and just put statement PACE, statement peace. And yeah, let's start to raise the vibration. Let's let that, like, everybody that's an artist, that's a creator, it doesn't matter. It can be food. Like, somebody can create a dinner and that can be their fucking statement piece. They're like, listen, I made this with that and this with that. Look, it gives me fucking goosebumps. And that can be their statement piece. Why? Because that's bringing people together. because it's like, I got this from the local farmer, or I did that, like there's so many ways. There's so many ways. Even kids can do it. They can do little face paints on each other with a peace sign, whatever. Do you know, like it can really spread. It can create a beautiful ripple effect. And it shows people, wait, we can create beautiful things. We can create music. We can create food. We can create art. We can create painting. We can create community. We can do all of this as a statement piece. We can make a song. We can change our chants, our mantras, right? Our mantras, words are spelling. Words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. So as we write it, as we chant it, as we recite it, that's why I was talking yesterday to people about removing the actual man, the verbiage of the sex in the prayer, right? That's part of it, is removing that and saying, dear universe, source, creator, right? It's not masculine or feminine. It is the all that is, right? We want to create balance, which means we're not choosing one or other to lord. We don't pray to a lord. That is someone that owns. That is ownership. That is ownership. Nobody wants to lord over. No, we are created divine. We are in the divine's image. Now, for some of you guys, you have some major divine protection, okay? You have some major divine protection, and your ancestors are kicking butt and taking names. Yeah. You have done the healing work, and they have seen that, and they are healing the situation where people thought that they had the option to take from you, to take the work that you did and to take it as their own, that they had the option to claim it as their own. Many people, this is actually multiple people. Okay. That's not going to cause you any pain. This could have been this Jezebel spirit or this old King of Wands. Okay. Whoever this person was that was lying, that you thought that you were connected to, that was really just pretending. Okay. This was all a lie. Okay. They may have realized after time went by that actually maybe they were in love with you, that maybe they did have emotions, but they were playing a game. They were wearing a mask for exterior people, for somebody else, for a payout. Nine of Waters, because they wanted a wish fulfillment. They wanted to take your happiness because they didn't get to receive it in their life, and they figured, well, whatever, you got so many blessings on blessings on blessings. We saw it, and we're gonna take it from you. You have enough. We can just take some. That's not working out. They're not going to take, they try to take your security. They try to take your emotional state. They try to take what you worked for, your intellectual property. Yeah. This fucking Jezebel spirit, this Queen of Wands in reverse. This person convinced this other person. They could have been doing spell work also to convince this other person. And the divine is like, nah, we're making a judgment call. It's not going to happen. Bitch, ain't going to happen anymore. This chick, she looks like the chick who did the fucking spell on me in Costa Rica. Me and this other dude. That's crazy. A bunch of people, actually. She sucked their energy. Yeah. She was taking all of their tricks and their trades, and that is going to be turned around. Yeah. This person is going to lose their happiness. They're going to lose their security. They're going to lose their money. They're going to lose receiving anything. They're going to lose their love. Okay. They wanted you to lose all of that. They wanted you to lose all that, and they wanted you to be here and hiding and alone. But the thing is, what they didn't realize is when they did that, when collective went into this hermit mode, they have nothing but keys. And the hermit is actually 9. This person could have been a Virgo as well. Strong Virgo energy. That was the bitch that fucking put the spell on me and dude. But this is coming to a completion. You have the keys. It's like not just like the hermit, but it's like the key master. And star. You are the star. They tried to become star of the show. They tried to take main character energy and fucking hang you up to dry. And that ain't fucking going down. They are having like they're being burned down. Yeah. The divine is out of patience. Yeah. Like they have no fight left. Like they're trying to fight it, but they can't. They can't. They can't fight it. They're being abandoned. Many people that they had maybe fighting against you, collective, are now abandoning them. They're having the same karmic replay, Page of Fires. Somebody that's pretending to love them, but they didn't. Maybe they came in and gave them some type of STD, a younger person, and like now it's like this fucking nightmare. Now they're like a fucking nightmare. Now they won't go away. They try to do something. Somebody try to do something to rub it in your face, collective. They try to do something to rub something in your face, to take something from yours. They could have even been spending your money or using your things or letting this person wear your clothes, spend your money, wear your shoe, all your stuff, because they're trying to harvest your energy because you maybe stopped sleeping with this other person. Yeah, you cut them off. You cut them off hardcore. So you know what? No, I'm cool. I'm going to take this new path. I'm going to take this new path. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to take this new path. Thank you so much for holding the space and giving us so much vindication and encouragement for the globe. Thank you guys for being present. Thank you guys for your likes, comments, subscribes, your presence, your love, for sharing, also for donating, guys. You guys are really helping me because right now they have me blocked on everything. They have all of my accounts, all of my fucking phones, all of my devices hacked, everything. So the people that actually do contribute to my PayPal, whether it's $1 or $5, like you literally help me eat every month. You help me pay for my little, I have this little space. I move myself and my storage into a space so I can actually make videos every day. Like they are trying to block me from that. Like that's fucking crazy, right? Queen of Swords. But we're here to speak our truth. We're here to call shit out for what it is. And that is really this air energy of the Libra. Someone could be losing this what do you call it, this motherly figure or auntie figure, something like this, someone that is older. They can be losing them because they didn't want to be honest, but that is what this Libra moon is about. That's what collective did, and they're going to get somebody that is, you guys collective, you're going to have the match, you're going to meet your match. Okay, and this is going to be somebody that is intelligent, somebody that can communicate, somebody that has this emotional intelligence and is ready to create something new for you. This is somebody also that has been waiting waiting for somebody like you, waiting their whole life for someone like you to show up. Yeah, to offer this cup of love. And they almost got to the point, they're just like, you know what, I just keep walking away from people and situations and everything, because I just don't. It's not that they don't believe that love can happen. Maybe they didn't believe that they were deserving of it, or maybe they didn't believe. So here's part of it: is system has um, kept us in this space where we don't feel like we're worthy. We don't feel like we're abundant. We don't feel like we have all of these things to offer. Like that we're all of this, we're all that in a bag of chips, right? Like, um, and that's kind of what's going on, right? Is this 10 of Earth? It's like there is, for many of you guys, there's this legacy. Okay. For many of you guys, you may have legacy. You may also have some type of inheritance or something like this, some older man energy. Okay. Yeah. Somebody, maybe Capricorn energy, took something from you. Okay. Could have been an inheritance, money, inheritance, something like this. They took something from you. And now you're getting the stability coming back in because the devil has been disposed of. Yeah. Somebody, you may have had, collective, you may have had like a righteous, like court official, judicial, maybe lawyer, maybe somebody in the judicial, somebody in like a cop, or maybe FBI, CIA, something like this. You've had people that are watching you, collective, and you may have had somebody that was actually righteous that fucking helped to bring them down. They're maybe secretly working behind the scenes because they knew that this was yours, because they believe that you deserve what's yours. You deserve the safety and the security, that you're here to not do these evil things, that you're here to actually work with other people to make things better. Yeah, that you want to start, that you have so much passion and ideas and inspiration and information to share that they want to see where this goes, right? Yeah, they want to see where this goes. They understand that you're divinely blessed. They understand because they may have watched a lot of things that unfolded. Yeah, a lot of people that said a lot of things, a lot of people that talked a lot of shit on you, a lot of, they also have seen a lot of your words or something like this come to truth. The 9 of Earth, come to a closure, come to a conclusion. And they're like, actually, you're the valuable one. Now, somebody over here also I'm picking up on this messenger of fire. There could be somebody that is trying to send a message, okay? Send a message through somebody else because they're afraid that you might judge them or they're afraid how you might respond, collective. So they're going to try to send somebody else. They're working with somebody else to try to bring you this message. That way you don't make a quick judgment on them. Their message might be that they want to be on your side or your team. They may want to commit to you now before they were holding you up for a long time. They may have missed the opportunity before. Don't believe this person. Ten of Swords in reverse. Don't believe this person. They are pretending to be on your side. Again, that with this King of Wands in reverse, this fucking Jezebel, male or female. They may want you to believe, like to feel that they're a victim or that they're guilty, that all these people ganged up on them or some bullshit like this. And they're just like, no, all these people, whatever. This isn't a missed opportunity. This was a missed opportunity on their end, not on your end. You completed that. You are receiving everything, and that's probably why they're trying to come back around. Yeah, look at, because you're getting everything that you want to manifest. You have these 2 nines, okay? Emotional contentment, emotional completion, monetary completion, and the 3 of water, okay? So you're like, I have choices, you know? Before you chose, this other person chose third party. They chose people, they chose substance, they chose money against you. They went against you. 3 of air. Yeah. They didn't even care that they broke your heart. They didn't even care that you were hurting. They didn't care that they were lying to you, that everybody knew that they were lying to you. They didn't care. They didn't care about your emotions. They didn't care. Actually, many of them got off on doing it. They thought that they were winning because this is a fucking somebody with sociopathic or psychopathic that they maybe they have a wounded child state, but they're kind of sick in the way that they actually they like to awaken or to threaten or to make that younger child in fear, and they like to feel inferior. They like to attack. Again, this can be a parental figure, okay? A mother specifically. They didn't want the children to become the star. They didn't like that they were better than them. They didn't like that they were prettier than them. They didn't like that they were more talented than them. They didn't like that they were the rising star. They didn't like that they were doing something different. They didn't like that they were doing life differently to achieve different results. 7 of air in reverse. So they created a whole story. 7 of water in reverse. They created different options, a whole story to get in the way of this love story. They 100% did that. But the problem is this person, this kid, okay, this page of earth made the physical choice. They chose not to choose Empress. They chose to try to take Empress out to get paid because they need to heal some type of sickness in them. And they would do that by being able to get everything from Empress, by being able to, yeah, the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Earth. They thought that they could take everything that didn't belong to them. They thought that they could just fucking cash in on this, whatever collective had, especially Empress to some extent, feminine collective. Yeah, the 2 of air. They made the choice to not choose you. They chose money, they chose product, they chose other people. Do not trust that person. There's different people. They want to stay in the field. They want to stay in the field. So don't let them stay in the field. Don't let them do this. Frequency is all about sending you guys so much love right back at you. Fuck you, I love you all. Frequency is all about vibration frequency. We should attract exactly what we are putting out, like a scale or balancing. We are balancing. Yeah, we are from seed, plant the sweet fruit. Yes, love is the answer for all. Yet we must do the work to transmute the fear and turn the poison into the medicine. 100%. It's a money laundering scam. Yeah. I think that there was a money laundering scam. There was insurance fraud. There was something else like this. I'll come back with another, like with the legal, because there's a whole fucking list of all of the different stuff. It's like perjury, forgery, identity theft, con, fraud, money laundering, insurance fraud, producing falsifying identification, like people showing up, again, showing up in fucking court, doing different things, opening accounts in names, showing up as legal or medical representation of collective, like there's a lot. They've been doing a lot. They've been doing too much. And that's why you need to not forgive this person, because they were the magician. They chose all of those things. They have to take accountability for the choices that they made. Okay. They don't get to hold on to you. They don't get to stay in collective's life. These people that betrayed you, no matter how long you've known them, no matter if you have options or you don't have other options, they chose options separate than you, collective. They chose that. They chose to keep you in a nightmare state. They chose to leave you by yourself. They chose to give you this fucking 10 of wands. Yeah, they chose that. They chose their team. People already chose sides. So anybody who chose to be on a side against the divine collective, there's karma. There is karmic justice. And from now until the next 6 months, you will be fucking seeing it and feeling it. One hondo. And like, guys, please come back on and share as you notice, because I've noticed different people getting sick, different people fucking dying, different people getting in crashes and stuff like this. You know, and we have to just be a little bit more aware. So what about the actual soulmate coming in? Yeah, this person isn't going to be, they're not going to have exterior temptation. Okay. You're not going to have to worry. Maybe before they may have had temptation or habits or something like this. Okay. This is no longer a problem. This new person coming in is ready to make full commitment. Okay. This is somebody, that has been hiding out. This could also be somebody that may have been watching you, collective, in a creepy way. Yes and no. I'm picking up on a strong yes and no. We'll ask another question about that. But they're not going to lie. There's going to be complete transparency. Okay. There's going to be complete transparency, and they want to be honest. Maybe you guys both have an abandonment wound. They want to fix that. They want to be there for you forever and always, is what I'm picking up on. So tell me about temptation in the reverse. King of Earth. This is someone that's going to come in and offer you this security, this steady, this safety. So there's not going to be temptation. There's not going to be temptation for them to run off. You are going to be secure. They're offering you the secure love, this safe love. Okay. The King of Earth is that's safety, that's security, that's stability. Okay. They're going to offer you the stability, this Two of Cups. And there's nothing that's going to tempt them out of it. Wow. Completely beautiful. Look at this other person. Look at this other people. There's better people. We don't have to go back to all those shitty ass people, right? Don't have to do that. And for many of you guys, yeah, you had to do this hermit mode. What about the Hierophant? This commitment. Messenger of air. Okay. So there's something they want to say or tell you or do for you first. Queen of water, Queen of earth. Okay. So they're committed to always being truthful and honest. So we have the Hierophant. So this is commitment, higher level of commitment. Okay. They're committed to always being truthful, always being honest, always being transparent with you. Okay. We have the Queen of Earth. So we have the Queen of Earth and the King of Earth. So again, they see you as this stability. They want to commit to keeping you as this stability in their life, to maintaining this stability with you. They are committed to that. They are committed to that. Beautiful. Queen of Water. They're also committed to you, collective, whether this is man or woman, it doesn't matter. They know that you are more tapped in. They know that you are more sensitive. They know that you can sense things. You may have some of the clairs. You may be clairsentient, clairaudient. You may have some of these clairs that you are picking up on, and they are committed to supporting that. They're committed to being honest about that, because they know ultimately that is what makes or breaks the partnership, right? the duality. That's what is the call. That is what's the judgment, right? They know that they're not just being judged with you because this is a commitment and a judgment, but these are higher level, right? The Hierophant is a higher level commitment. This call, this 20 is like universal judgment call, right? So it's like they know. So tell us about the Hermit, please. We have the Four of Water. Okay. So before, you guys may have been going inside where you thought that you maybe had missed out on something. You did not. Look at all those pearls she's got. She didn't miss out on them. Okay. She was just taking time, or he was just taking time to go inside. Why? To transform scorpionic energy. Okay. To go through this transformation, to go through this death and this rebirth. And they needed time. You guys needed time to go inside and maybe let go of some of the old beliefs. So maybe it's not about a missed opportunity as much as it's like they finally took the opportunity. They finally took the gift or the opportunity that the divine put in front of them. And they took this time to go inside and to make the change, to make the actual change, transformation necessary. Beautiful. Look at this person. Can you give me more about this Hermit and the Four and the transmutation? Six of Air. Yeah. Now they're coming out, this new person, ready for this new life, Six of Swords, ready to take this journey with you. They have transformed. They have become, yeah, look at Six of Swords and the Fool. Yeah, they're ready to really take this leap of faith. They're ready to, they want to go somewhere with you. They want to move you to calmer shores. They want to move to calmer shores with you. For some of you guys, you may be actually physically moving. You may be going on a trip. You may take a boat ride. Okay. But definitely I'm picking up somewhere water-based, okay, in some type of house or a villa or a hotel, something like this. You're going to be going somewhere. It can be a room on a boat. I don't really know. But they're ready to take this leap of faith. They've had an extreme transformation and they found the balance, okay? Or this is happening for the full moon and they're finding this and this is what's coming out. Okay, so now we have the Seven of Swords, Seven of Air in reverse. Okay, so they don't want to lie. They're not going to lie. There's not going to be any secrets. They don't want no secrets, no lies. Okay, there's been a lot of work. There's been a lot of old system structures work that had to come into a better balance. Okay, they're burning some old things, maybe some old receipts, maybe some old images, some old things, right? They're letting go of some old things. They've done a lot of work. Okay, they've done a lot of work to come to this point to find the balance. Okay, but they're also removing all that doesn't serve them. A large portion in this healing journey. Okay, a large portion of what doesn't serve them is old belief systems. The Eight of Air is being trapped in these mental blocks, is binding ourselves by external input, right? Is staying in these mental prisons. This Eight of Air is staying in a mental prison. And they've healed that. That's what they've been healing. For many of you guys, that they want to explain to you that they've really been working and that's what they've actually been healing. They haven't been ignoring you or anything else like this. They want to come in completeness. Each person has been doing their own work individually. Ace of Earth. And now they want to show up. Now it's physical, right? Before there was a lot of mental, okay, there was a lot of emotional, a lot of mental, a lot of different systems that were coming into work. And now it's the Ace of Earth. So now it's coming into a physical plane where it's like, all right, now we're ready. Now he's ready to come up in this pride or this leadership, you know, now they're ready to step into this space. Okay. Tell me about the Five of Earth, please. This abandonment wound, I feel like runs in both of collective, masculine and feminine collective. But see, this doesn't really look like someone's abandoning. It's like someone's there and this light is coming from behind. What is coming from behind? We'll never be abandoned in the physical sense again. We'll never be abandoned. Okay. The Ten of Earth. This is a legacy. This is wish fulfillment. This is everything on the physical plane. This is longevity on the physical plane. Okay. So this person, when you guys come together, either this person has all this for you, or when you guys come together, you're going to create this together because you have certain things to do together. Hold on, baby. Can we get another card for the 5 and the 10? You will never feel abandoned. They will never let you. They want to work on that together with you. They want to build something, a legacy with you. They want you to be part of it. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. You're the happiness. You're the sun. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away. How's it go? Yeah, look at the 10 of water. So we have the 10 of pentacles, the 10 of water, the sun, the 3 of pentacles. Yeah, so it's like they would be happy. Oh my God. Like if it's like, how can I put this into words, you guys? It's like if it's like everybody else has abandoned them or everybody else has abandoned you. Let's say masculine and feminine are both collective. Let's say divine collective. Okay. This is how I'm putting it, right? This is how I'm receiving it right now. So let's say both have been abandoned, both have this abandonment when both have had to deal with people, community. You guys are basically in a mirroring aspect, right? You guys are experiencing the same thing, just different beings, but you guys are experiencing the same scenarios, okay? Just different people, different, same, only different. And so what they're showing me is like they want to get lost with you, like they want to be abandoned with you. Like if we have to be alone, or if we have to be abandoned, or if we have to heal this abandonment wound, like can we do it together? Like so we never have to experience it again. It's like that's what they really um, that's what they really see. That's what they really see and feel with you. Okay. So this is from both sides of the collective, right? Both sides of the collective. And so, yeah, this beautiful, beautiful thing. What the fuck? So any more messages for the collective? Let's see what we got. 8 of Earth, okay? They've worked really hard. They want to create, it's like you're part of their unfinished symphony. They've been growing this. They have created this symphony, you know, this duet or something like this. They've created it, and to actually gain the abundance for all the work that they did. Some of them can be really good in their type of art, in their type of craft. Some of them could be a craftsman, an artist, a musician, something like this. I'm really picking up on that. Yeah, they got really good. 9 of Fire. They got really good. They got really good. Now they can create and birth stars. Okay, but they want to do it with you. They want to do it with you. It's the Magician. They've gotten good. They know how to do it, but they're like, I'm old. I'm getting old. I don't want to do it by myself anymore. I want to do it by myself. I mean, I can do it all by myself, but I don't want to do it by myself anymore. God, I feel that so much. I never felt so seen. The Ace of Fire. And they are super, you guys are going to be super in love, super attracted to each other. Okay. There is going to be some insane chemistry here. Insane chemistry. And this is why sometimes people from the old can't happen. Yeah, 3 of Fire. You've been waiting for these ships to come in. You've been waiting for all this. You've been waiting for the direction, for the ship to come, for this thing. Sometimes we can't go back because past people, because there'll always be this hurt or this pain, this betrayal wound, right? And I'm pretty sure that it's the same for everybody. Like a betrayal wound is a betrayal wound, which is like you can't really it's like you can't take that back. You already said it. You already did it. We already know that you don't like me. We already know that you went against me. We already know that you turned people against me. We already know that you talk shit. You stole. You'd fucking try to off me. You know what I mean? Like, we already know you did all of this stuff. So like, like enjoy your fucking third party. Enjoy your shit because, and this can be part of their karma. Yeah. This King of Wands in reverse. This is part of their karma, actually. Yeah. Is they're going to have to watch you where they were like, I have plenty of options. They're going to have to watch you get any option that you want. Like anything that it's like anything that you want, anything that you say, You want it, you got it. You want it, you got it. Like you just have to ask for it and you get it. And it's like you don't just get one. It's like you're like, you know what? I really wanted some cheesecake. And it's like all of a sudden there's like 10 different types of cheesecake. It's like, which one would you like? And it's like, well, I don't know which one's the best. It's like, I don't know. You better try them. And like they're gonna have to watch that and they're gonna lose their shit. They're already losing their shit because they already know this is coming in for you because they've been scrying. They've been looking into your future. That's why they're trying to fucking future fake you. That's why they're trying to fucking take your shit. Yep. But they can't. They've now lost grip of it. This fucking Jezebel spirit. She thought that she had control over it. Can't have control over a divine one and their fucking what they earn, their future. Yeah, they're gonna try to send somebody in, somebody that you may think is your friend, a younger female. This was showing up yesterday. This messenger of earth, this younger female, they're gonna try to make you an offering or something like this to try to win, try to get back into your energy, to try to be victorious, whatever. It's fake. It's fake. If they cared, they would have fucking cared all this other time before. Okay? They're not going to be victorious because you're going to be able to feel it. You're going to be able to fucking suss it out. You're going to know that it's coming from this fucking fake ass person that's trying to literally cause more heartbreak because they're so jealous. They're jealous. This other person may have been with the masculine or the other feminine or whatever. Take it as it resonates. But this person is super jealous because they realize they can't. It's like they stole your essence, right? Like the way that they're explaining it to me is basically like in that like oh, what is that Disney movie? In The Little Mermaid. Okay. In The Little Mermaid, it's basically like that. It's like they took your fucking essence, they took your voice, your soul's being and your soul's essence, and they had like a fucking doppelganger. They had like a copycat. They had somebody else that was because it's like to the right person, you're soothing, you draw them in, like to your divine counterpart. It's like it's like the shit that you see in the Dracula movie, right? It's completely like that. That's completely what it feels like. And so what they did is they did that, but they created like a love spell or a love potion or something, and they took the essence. Like remember in the mermaid, the sea witch had that fucking snail shell, and she took on her voice. So Eric, and then he was under this spell, and he believed that she was actually the girl because he didn't actually know who was the girl. Who is the girl that I fell in love with? And this is like common in a lot of the Disney stories. Why is that? The Disney princess is like, I don't really know what the girl looked like. The fuck? You know what she looked like, but you know what she sounded like? Like, that's interesting. But anyway, to each his own. I can't talk shit. I change my hair color and the way I look all the time. So I can talk shit. It could have been going on like that. But the reality of the situation is basically like that. That's how they're kind of showing me is these people were basically harvesting off of your soul's essence. And they were kind of like, um, that's how they were tricking it. But the spell broke. Yeah, the spell broke and things are coming back into justice. So anything else you need to tell the collective? Two of fire. Yeah, this is a new path. You guys, you're coming down this new path. Okay. And the whole world is waiting for you. You guys may be traveling. You may be like a light to the entire world. You may be traveling around the world. Yeah. And this person fucking fumbled you. And you have to go on a new path from them. Because they still chose. We're in a free will choice. Yeah. They chose. The five of air. They thought that they could beat you. They thought that that you would be an easy target. And that's why you're going on a new path, collective. Yeah, that's why you removed yourself, this 9 of earth. For many of you guys, you may have been hiding out. Okay, see the mask? For many of you guys also, it's like me. It's like people like, sure, I can be nice to you, but does that mean I'm going to fucking keep dealing with you if you're a dick? Like, no, I'll be nice to you for as long as I have to, and then whatever. And you think you don't call me an asshole because you are wearing a mask and playing for fucking clout and playing for fakeness. right? When I was trying to be real with you. And then when I wear a little mask to pretend like I'm playing your game, and then you realize I'm not fucking participating anymore, and like, oh, you got a little taste of your own medicine, then what happens? What happens when you get a little taste of your own medicine? What happens? They don't like it. They don't like it. But collective, you're moving. For many of you guys, you're traveling. You're traveling. You're moving. Okay. I sense a new house, a new place, a new adventure. You're going to be traveling around maybe for a while. Okay. Let this be a notion to you, um, because you you're going to have this stability. Tell me about this Six of Air and this Queen of, yeah. The divine is giving you, they made this call. They're like, you know what? You deserve it. You did the work. We're taking you to calmer shores. We're taking you somewhere else. You're going to have so much stability, so much financial backing. It's like almost I'm picking up on the Fool. Yeah, this whole leap of faith. It's like almost like you're going to have, yeah, your devotion. Your devotion is being paid back. Okay? Your truth, for you speaking your truth, it's being paid back. The divine is making sure it's paid back. Yeah. They are defending you. They are protecting you. There can also be somebody, some law official, some like righteous law official or something like this. You may have called somebody out. Somebody may have just showed up on your behalf, something like this. They may have taken a leap of faith on you and they may have fucking won a case. Okay. Yeah. They defended you. They defended what you said. And that shit's fucking, you're about to be so abundant, collective. Okay, you're about to be so abundant, so protected that the only thing you're going to actually have to worry about with this 10 of Pentacles is the temptation, is these old people coming back, is maybe habits, maybe addictions, maybe other things like this. Okay, Devil, Capricornic energy. Okay, giving and receiving. So make sure, again, that you're not taking more than you're receiving. Now, if you come up like, it's like you're going to have money, you're going to have so much money, protection, everything like this. You're going to have so much that it's like literally you're never going to have to think about, you're never going to have to ask like how much something costs. You're never going to have to worry about anything. Like all of your wishes, all of your dreams, everything that you want. You want it, you got it. Like you're about to be so stable, have so much stability, so much money, so much so much income, so much love, so much blessing, so much happiness. They saw that. They saw that. That's why they're going to try to come back in or try to send somebody in. They're going to try to send somebody in to plea bargain. What kind of a bitch are you that you have to send somebody else in to try to balance your shit out for you? Like, take accountability. Like I said, this is patriarchy having their last temper tantrum. Take accountability. Fucking take action. Take accountability. Fix shit yourself. Stop trying to get other people to fucking fix it for you. You're fucking a child or an adult. What are you? Get real. Come back down to earth. Like, don't send this other fucking bitch. Like, don't send anybody else to deal with your fucking shit. Unless someone's coming to bring me gifts or fucking money. Really? Like, I ain't trying to listen to what anybody else has to say on anybody else's behalf, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you a king? Do you have a royal messenger? I don't think so. Bitch, like, create an appointment. Send all the fucking things for me to go and speak. Yeah? That's how it works. Like, I'm hanging out. I'm either waiting or walking. Like, but I think I'm just walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had enough. I put enough work. All these contracts, all these old agreements, all these old things, like I'm burning them. They're burnt. Burn. Justice. Justice prevails because you did all the work and you get the abundance back. I'm going to leave it here since we're on the justice, you guys. Be aware, tune in to how people are making you feel, and be aware of your agreements. Make sure you read all of the fine print, and make sure you negotiate. If it's necessary, negotiate. You may have to negotiate a few times until you have things how you want. The most important thing about this Libra full moon is that you are honoring your needs in all types of relationships, business, personal, food, diet, media, everything. How are you showing up for yourself? You can change everything, right? We're in Aries. You can start over. A brand new year. Boom, boom, boom. New year. But how are you showing up? And what are the boundaries of how other people are allowed to show up? Also, what is that like? Right? Because for me, I'm not accepting any pages. I'm not accepting any messengers. I'm not accepting any knights. Like, you better come as a king, an emperor, a magician, a hierophant, or fuck off. Like, I can't go for that. No. I already did that plenty of times. No can do. I'm changing that. And that's where we are. That's what the Libra full moon is about, is decide. Decide and stand by it. Stick by it. Okay? Because we're in the fixed energies. Okay? And as we have the fixed energies, the guardians of the zodiac, they are setting these new laws, these new standards, these new rules, and how they are going to be treated and how things are going to be negotiated and how everything is going to play out is based on now resetting, change of the guard. So how are you going to guard yourself? How are you going to guard your peace? How are you going to guard your nervous system? How are you going to treat yourself? How are you going to allow other people to treat yourself? It doesn't matter how long you know people. It doesn't matter if they're your family. It doesn't matter if they're your fucking cat. If they're not working with you, then you have to say, you want to go outside or you want to hang out inside? Just want to be cute? Yeah, you just want to be cute? Yeah, okay. You want to say hi to everybody? You want me to finish so I can go and get you more food? That's all she wanted me to remember. That I told her when I'm finished with my video that I will go and get her more food. So, that's my cat, little Musica, my little sweet, sweet soul song of love. But yeah, figure out how that is. Like, for me, as of now, like, I have my cat because my cat loves me. My cat looks out for me. My cat makes sure I eat. My cat makes sure I sleep. Like, my cat is going more distance than anybody else in my life. So that's my number one. That's my ride or die right there. You know, like, I don't have a lot of other relationships, but I know that by removing all of the toxicity, I'm making space for new relationships to enter. And even up here, yeah. Thank you for the empowerment. Thank you for your presence. We will rise up while empowering each other. Exactly. And this is the thing, is matriarchy. Like, people say that women are like to fight against each other. No, we don't. Actually, if there wasn't men trying to pit women against each other, the same as the patriarchy, the same as these narcissistic vampiric fucks, right? Is shaming other women to feel that they're less than other women, pitting women against each other to where they cause fights. And so, like, okay, like, what the fuck? Like, we need to go back to these times in India where the women are creating the women game and then beating the men that cheat on the women. Because what's happening is we've been, again, systematically programmed against each other for the women to be like, this bitch fucked my man. Like, no, he entertained that. He deserves his ass to be beat, not her. You deserve to have a conversation with her and be like, how are we gonna fucking fuck this fool up now? I've done it before to people that fuck me. I've been like, find their ex-girlfriend and be like, call them and be like, what's really going on? And then we became super good friends. I've done this like many times, like 5 to 10 times. And these people became, some of them were just like temporary friends and we had fun doing it. But some of us became kind of like lifelong friends. And because we could understand, because it was like, wait a second, I'm not fucking crazy. Like, this person is systematically, narcissistically shaming and pitting people against each other. And in a matriarchal society where we're not competing, we are respecting, we're saying, thank you. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, thank you for your words. Yeah, sisterhood. Sisterhood. Yeah, trusting our partners, bringing the best out in one another, rising to our true potential. Yes, monogamous. I mean, yeah, that is kind of a reality, right? That is kind of a reality. In the state of gnosis, the higher levels of divinity are based off of pair. This is what I was talking about, Logos and Zoe, right? They're a pair. They're a pair. There's several of them. So that is when true balance is coming in. True nature is coming back into balance. So yes, actually, whether people want to believe it or not. It doesn't mean whatever your sexual preferences are that you can't have those. That's great. As far as divine union is concerned, as far as repairing what is out of whack on this planet, yes, we need to provide this. Men need to actually be willing to provide this for women. Actually, people need to be willing, whether you're a man or a woman. If you're a cheater, you need to be held accountable. People need to know. They need to know both sides. The woman that knows that she's cheating on the other woman, the man that knows that they need to be brought into a public forum in front of the community, maybe shamed for a little bit, but then asked, where can you receive more attention that you're not receiving the attention? Do you want to stay with this person? Do you want to stay with that person? Because it's about the accountability, right? This is the sickness of narcissism, is the lack of accountability. And this is what patriarchy is running, the systematic betrayal of feminine energy and lack of accountability. Powerful women don't do that because you can shine light into the darkness and pain. Yeah. Powerful women stand up. They support each other. Girls fight each other. Hood rats fight each other. Powerful women, sisterhood women, come together. If they are higher level of emotional intelligence, if they are not little girls or teenagers, whether it doesn't matter how old they are, if you're acting like you're in fucking kindergarten, then you're in fucking third grade or whatever, like in high school, then like that's what fucking grade you are. Like, doesn't matter if you're 50 or fucking 15, like, doesn't matter. How we're treating each other and how we're training, that's what I'm saying, is even the people that are, excuse me, even the people that are persisting in the misogynistic ways, enabling it. Like the women are like, oh, well, boys will be boys. No, bitch. Bend that kid over and slap his ass. That was bad. It doesn't matter. Like, we have to be real about that. We have to be real about accountability, period. Heal. Take strong women to do such thing. God has blessed you. Right relations are relations. Preach, sister. Um, I've heard a lot of the red tent, and I actually had friends that did the red tent before, and they were all doing like sex parties and stuff like this. I don't really know. Maybe they were supposed to be like embodying the feminine, but I know a lot of places, especially out here, that's not what they are. But the reality is, my goal is to empower the collective, the divine collective, the masculine and the feminine, because we require both. But how we do that is by creating a strong support system. Now, a lot of the people that I've had, a lot of the friends that I have had in my lifetime, like, I've trusted them to go with my partner and they've trusted me to go with their partner. And there's never been any issue. If you don't have that capacity, then you need to ask, what is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong within you? Or what is wrong that you are having a friend that you don't trust to be around? And that's what I try to do with my ex. I was like, these people they're not on our team. They're on team them. They're on team them to bring you away from me because they can use you for this. They're not on the team. La, 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 la. Yeah, guess what? Motherfucker be crying now. Women heal women, men heal with men. We hold our own gender accountable and come together and celebrate. Well, they're freaky deep out. So, yeah, I wish I had a better experience, but all the people that I know were, yeah, doing this and actively participating in this and getting other women and other things to do it, because, and this is interesting because a lot of it, again, is this sex magic because they're harvesting. And this is why I would like to create more of sanctuaries, where people can heal and come together and skill trade and share and do all of this. And because I believe that when we get into larger, um, when we get into larger people, when we get into larger structures, when we get into all of that, what happens is they're kind of energy harvesting. aura and energy harvesting, like smaller retreats, smaller groups, people that are there with intention, not large. Why do you think they have all those crazy sports events and all these other things? Like they're literally energy harvesting. So, um, unless you're coming together for like a drum circle or for dancing or whatever, I don't really believe that there should be that many people. It should be a little bit more intimate because that's what the demonics love. They're like, oh, all these people coming together in love and light. Here's a perfect place for us to show up and fucking soul suck. It's real. It's actually real, especially right now. You have to understand that the the darkness is really attempting to combat the light. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a spiritual warfare. It's a losing battle, but yeah, I think that this was the initial idea of it, right? Is connecting through sacred space, is to holding the space, right? I created something like this about 10 or 15 years ago. It's 16 years ago. It's 2010, 2011. And I created something called home space. And home had a big ohm in it that is standard for harboring opulent, meaningful evolution. And so we would bring lots of different people together and we would have different events, but we didn't have too many people. We limited our amount of people and we would have different events. Sometimes they would be flow, sometimes they would be ecstatic dance, sometimes they would be freak shows or acrobatic shows or just all kinds of stuff. I built this space in in the Bay Area, and it was really great. We had all these different people that came in, they skill traded, different artists, different things. People would donate things. The whole community worked on painting and cleaning and building and creating this thing together. And that's why I do know I've already actually done these things. So I know it's quite possible um, to do it many other places and to do it on a more sustainable level without an overlying budget ahead of time, right? Like we need people to be able to work, people to be like, you know what, well, I have this place or I have this land or I have this farm, but I'm just one person or whatever, right? Like we need people to start looking at what they have to offer as an offering, what the resources are, what their skills are, how they can trade, la 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 la, and start creating this, like start being like, cool, we're in a farming community, so we have a bunch of farmers, we need more workers. We're in this type of community, we have a bunch of artists, but we need more builders. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we get to be able to kind of move about the different communities and still get to enjoy our travel and our sovereignty outside of the system a bit. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, small sacred sites. And that's what I did. And people are like, why are you naming it home? And I was like, because where do you go when you don't have somewhere to feel safe? You go home. Where do you go when everything's over? Where do you start? Where do you feel safe? Where do you find your family? Where do you feel like you can be yourself, whether that's angry or happy or sad or whatever, at home, right? And so that's why I created um, these. You have a retreat center in the Redwoods. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Yes, Amber. Um, yes, small retreat center in the Redwoods. Yeah, that's super cool. I know some people that have some spaces like in the desert and in different places, and like, yeah. And so that's why we just need to keep collectively finding the community that we can connect with. And then I want to, like, I'm not a digital person. Like this is a like I have to do lives because they have my devices hacked and I can't even make videos or anything like this. This is why I haven't done the shorts for you guys of calling your power back and all this. I got to figure out how to do it. I got to figure out how to do it. But I'm super not technologically based, but I would like to create more of a community where we have different people that is like, oh yeah, like that's super easy for me, because like what's super easy for one person may be like fucking months of struggle for another. And but like what that person spent months struggling with, they may be really good at something else that this other person needs. Like as we start to work in more of this energy and we start to come more into play, like that's ultimate. Um, in the redwoods, that's super awesome. Um, yes, psychic goddess, thank you. Yeah, I have a friend that was like going up there in the redwoods. I think she's now like one of my best one of my best friends, sister Sea Star. Um, but then I think she was like, then she was in Nevada City. Now she's down in Clear Lake or whatever. But yeah, she's also been looking for sister community somewhere like this. And I try to tell her to like a little bit against moving it all the way down there and trying to go more north where there's more yeah, where there's more things kind of growing and blooming because I know she feels kind of better up there up north, but slowly, but yeah, maybe I can connect you guys. Maybe you guys can become cool sister friends and help create some cool stuff for each other. Yeah, and that's what I'm really working on is people are like, sell classes and sell courses and do all of this, and I can do all of that and do sessions. And you know, I'm good at what I do. And yes, we should do what we love and love what we do, and we should be able to make an income off of that. But my bigger thing is helping people to reset, helping people to heal the trauma. So um, I want to also be available, right? Not taken advantage of, but I want to give and be available to help people heal in many different ways. Like sound healing has helped me so much. And I feel the major thing missing is really like the community support, right? This is the biggest thing because we can keep pushing. We're very strong. We're very resilient creatures. We're super intelligent. uh, the thing is now we're moving in, we've moved out of the me and into the we. As we move into the age of Aquarius, we're now in the we. So communally is how we will come in unity, you know, how we will actually create the community. And yes, it will become, it will blossom and bloom through a nice um, vibrational frequency of people that are in alignment. We won't have to force other people. We'll come and do this. We'll come and blah, 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 blah. Like, and I'm working to kind of set that up. And I've been getting all these downloads from the divine, from the aliens, from everybody, and they've been showing me how to create like school systems, like teaching, like all these different things, and it's so amazing. So I can't wait to get the I can't wait to get the community together and you know be able to figure out where we can go and what we can do. What is the capacity? The capacity. I think my old business partner turned it into a. She was in. We were both aerial acrobats. I think that she turned it into a um, like pretty intense, like aerial and uh, circus kind of like training. I don't know. She wanted it to just be like an aerial auditorium, and yeah, we had a bit of a falling out because she didn't really care about, she cared about creating her dream, not something for the community. And that was kind of the end of what made me leave. And um, when we went to put it into our business, our LLC's name, she didn't put it into the business name. She put it into her name. And yeah, so that's what it is. But it was pretty big. It was like a three-story performing arts and event center. It's pretty decently sized. We had an elevator, and it was mostly run by like 87% solar. Like it was a lot. I manifested that. Like we wrote down this whole fucking list, and we were standing in the building like 4.5 days later. We had looked for like 2 years as an aerial troop trying to find a house or a place for an extended amount of time, and like nothing was working out. And so one day we had this sat, I had this nice trip, and I was like, let's sit and write everything out like in the full manifestation and sit here as a group and now manifest this together. And that is really how it has to happen, right? Like Neville Goddard talks about that, right? It is like it takes two or more people to have the same vision or idea to start to bring it into fruition or reality. And that's why I do these lives every day, is to just try to get people, try to attract people on the same frequency, try to get people inspired to start thinking, to start being like, yeah, we can come together in community. We don't need to fight. Like we can love each other, right? We can like love wins. Love conquers all, right? It doesn't have to be romantic, intimate, like giving a fuck about whether someone lives or dies, about people, babies in hospitals. You know what I'm saying? Is that still love? It's all love. That's still acting from a place of love, from this heart space. And that is ultimately where collectively we need to be. And it comes from taking accountability, being like, well, We did make these choices. We got to where we are now, but here's what we're going to do. Taking accountability, like, fuck, we fucked up. We fucked up this resource. We didn't protect this. We didn't do that. And just taking the accountability instead of fucking pointing the finger at somebody, at whatever, refugees or immigrants or anything else. Instead of pointing the finger, let's just be like, you know what? We did this. We did this to ourselves. We really fucked ourselves up this time. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a long little nap. We're going to think about it. We're going to eat something. And then we're going to come back and sit and do some meditation, do some alignment. And then we're going to say, you know what? You know what? I really came up with a great idea. And other people, you're going to start to see the ripple. And other people are going to be like, that makes so much fucking sense. And you're like, yeah, I don't even know why we didn't think about it before, because now you're at the level of the consciousness, of the collective consciousness, right? This telepathy, where now other people are having these ideas and we're all picking up on them. We're like, you know what? Yeah, one love. We don't want one world order. We want one love, one unity, one peace, right? We don't want all these fucking borders and restrictions and blah, 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 blah. We don't want that, actually. It's causing separation, and they're winning. The only reason it should be separated is for people to be able to receive health or benefits, healthcare or benefits. That's the only reason why there should be separation. Why is everybody blocked? Why are they blocked? Why are people trying to hurt each other? It's the real question. So let's create solutions for the root base and remove out the parasites. If you had a parasite in your system, you would do a parasite cleanse and you would fucking shit out all of those parasites. And then you would take a binder to make sure they all fucking come out. And then you would start eating a little bit more healthy. Hopefully, after that, you're going to change your ways a little bit. Like, that's exactly what we're doing on a collective level. And the patriarchy is having its last fucking viral tantrum. So don't feed into it. So, something that my friend said today on her show, which I think is really, really great, which is start small, right? Start small by changing what's in your social media feed, right? Stop liking like really negative, hate, war things, or just start deleting a couple pages that are like more negative or that are more judgy or that are, like I went through and deleted so much shit. Um, but like my feed's always positive and art all the time. Like I love it. But I know there is a lot of politics, but I have to at some point share things when I feel compelled, right? I'm guided by spirit. So if I feel compelled, I'm going to be compelled and I'm going to do that. Yeah, because they're grossed out by it. That's why. Because nobody's doing anything about it. And that's why. So let's start to envision. Let's start to tell a vision, envision, but tell words or spells. Let's speak a better vision of our future and understand that the future, past, and present are existing all in this now, here moment. So it's not something that we look forward to, it's something that we experience now. And when we experience this peace and this love now in this here and now moment, then the universe gives us more and creates more of that. And our future starts to replicate that. And that's how it works. It unfolds like a domino effect. Married a narcissist, had 2 retreat centers and now only 1, and divorced, now choosing different and requiring my trauma and ready to reactivate myself in space. Needed this so deeply, speaking through you and sealed by the divine right on time. Infinitely grateful. Infinite gratitude for you too, Amber. I want to connect you with my lovely lovely friend. Put a comment not in the chat, but on the video after I stop the video if you can. Put a comment so I can link you. Because I want to link, because my one of my dearest sister friends lives there. She loves the redwoods. And like that's the thing. It's like, look at giving so many goosebumps, you guys. It's like the women need to start to come together when we start to create this community. Boom, 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 boom. When we start to create this community, then we have space and we can share the trauma. It's like the empath is like, oh, I like we're learning that we're not carrying somebody else's trauma or somebody else's karma anymore. We're learning that we're feeling it, we're taking it for a moment and healing it. And yeah, I work a lot with that. So yeah, maybe we can schedule a session or do something or figure out something where we can co-create or collaborate on something. That would be really, really awesome. Nervous system needs to heal and support each other. Yeah, and that's really what it is. It's coming to a state of peace. Somatic body work. I love to do somatic body work, which is like super gentle movements, slow movements for your body, for your rocking, for your legs. You can release so much, especially the feminine. We store so much in our pelvis and our hip regions, and there's a lot. So yeah, maybe we can figure out how to collaborate or co-create. That would be super fun. Yeah, drop me or try to send me an email, but drop a comment on this video because they have me blocked on so many levels. And let's talk further because that would be super cool because I want to work on doing that resets, not like a retreat, yes, but like a reset. Like people need a nervous system reset. People need a reality reset. People need a, you know, a matriarchal reset. They need a food, like they need a strong, like we're coming back into understanding who we are. And that's why we're in this Libra full moon with the Aries in Aries. So it's like Aries is ego itself, it's the baby of the zodiac. It's like how we first view ourselves, how we feel. So how we say that people can treat us, including ourselves. We're like, oh, you know what? It's okay. I don't really need that. Like, I'll just hang out and wait for you. Like, no. Like, how do we need ourselves? How do we need to show up for ourselves? This is self identity. So how are we identifying ourselves? Because it's going to ripple out into the collective, the micro and the macro. And so that's what's really important. That's what people don't understand. Like one person can, it's like, yes, you really can. One person actually doing their work when it's like many people actually doing that one singular person doing their work, like the ripple can be fucking exponential. And I want you guys to actually know that it does count. Now you can't just consistently be spiritual bypassing everything, but yes, try to maintain a positive outlook or try to make some of the darker stuff a little bit funny and not discount or discredit it, acknowledge it, because quantum physics states once something is acknowledged or observed, then it starts to act differently. So you observe that, you're like, that's pretty fucked up. I don't think we're cool with that. Are we cool with that? No, we're not cool with that. And acknowledge that we're not cool with that. We're actually not cool with allowing this to persist or exist any further. We thank thee for your lesson. Bless you, forgive you, smoochy boochies, no matter what it is, whether it's fucking government, your work, pedos, it doesn't matter. Like whatever it is, your ex, you have to just kind of do that. And yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, nervous system. It's like so much. Um, balance and support a new system of self-respect and self-love. Yeah, let's do it because we can definitely, anyways, we can definitely start by doing I'm gonna do this too, like having I'm gonna separate my Telegram group and create a group that way we can have a nice little thing and we can actually have more of a private thing where we can share these different things, also share different places where we're in locations, right? Like maybe some people need, maybe you need some people to go and help you to facilitate some stuff, like you need a couple extra helping hands, like vice versa. Like this is kind of how I want to set up the systems in different places. But it first takes the people that are like, I'm looking for more of my people, because we've eradicated a lot of these other people that we realize ain't ain't on like they ain't on the boat, they ain't on the team, and that's okay. It's the contrast that the universe created in order for us to be like, you know what, actually no, no more narcissists, no more breadcrumbs, no more bullshit, no more stress. I need to be in peace, my nervous system needs to be regulated. And you know what, yeah, like it would be really great to rush and push this forward right now, but you know what, actually, like I need to calm down for a day. Like let's contact tomorrow and see what we feel like. That's why I love being in Bali because it's one place in the world where I realize like that can actually fucking happen, right? This is an availability for me here, and I'm like, this is a whole new world, right? Where you're just like, it's like, oh, it's raining, like, well, we'll do it tomorrow or next week, and you're just like, what? They're like, oh, there's a ceremony, like it's gonna be really a lot of traffic, and people are like, oh, okay, yeah, next week, like it's never any problem, like there's no like the humaneness of it of like, oh, something happened, oh, someone that, oh, this, oh, that, it's just like, okay, People don't get angry. There's not fucking like road rage and shit. I like it's not happening. People are just like, oh yeah, you're in a rut, you need to go for it. Like, no problem. And so just this different level of coming together in a more humane, like the humanity of it all, in a humane, balanced way is like super key. I'm so grateful and thankful for you guys. Infinite blessings, love, and light. I have to go and get my cat some food before she fucking gets super upset at me. Or actually, I think she wants some of this pumpkin. She's so strange. She loves like organic food, right? More than the other food. Sending you guys all of the love, and yes, your vibe attracts your tribe. Infinite blessings, love, and light to everybody who's out there doing the work. I just want to say I love you. You got this. Keep going. I'm proud of you. You're doing great. If nobody told you today, you're amazing. I love you. And as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. Ciao for meow. Yeah, I gotta feed my little cat.